Watch it regardless. Watch it regardless. Watch it regardless. Watch it regardless.
Hello. Hello, good evening. Sorry, medyo late kami ngayon because there are some technical issues, but we're gonna start very soon. Just give me a minute. You know what, sandali lang. Okay.
Gutom na ako.
Okay.
Hi, June. Are we live?
Okay na? Medyo may...
Can you hear me?
Parang may feedback yung ano mo. Yung...
Ako? Wait. Hello, yan.
Yep. Okay.
Kumusta? Better?
Okay.
All right.
Okay na?
Yeah. Wala na feedback.
Hold on, Okay. Good evening again, Gino.
Good evening, June. Okay lang. Gutom na ako.
Hindi ka ba nag-dinner?
Sitak eh. Eto na. Sabay na.
Hold on Let me... Okay. Oo nga eh. Well, good evening sa mga
good evening.
Viewers natin. Dami na. We have 12. Diba?
12?
So, ano inom mo? Umiinom ka na ba? Nag-start ka na ba uminom?
Yeah, Kutan eh. Hindi. Hindi kasi di ba? We're supposed to start at 6, so
meron akong
started drinking. What are you having?
Yeah. Medyo merong konting technical issue, so we have to fix it. So ito yung iinumin ko before.
Bino. Lahat ba tayo binigyan ni Bino ng beer?
Yep, yep, yep.
Wow. Uy, wala ako niyan ah.
Ito. Okay, anyway.
Did you try that?
So, tonight, ha? Hindi mo pa natikman to?
I don't. Which one is that? Alin yan?
Yung golden apple.
Yeah, I think so. I did.
Kita mo?
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
So, yun yung ano. So,
Si Tak umiinom na mag-isa, oh.
Yung
Samahan natin.
Okay, hold on. Let me introduce kung ano ba. Ano bang umiinom na ba? Yung guest natin.
Alright.
Anyway,
Well,
so
we're
but
usual,
before
no?
we
Tell us about the
invite
show
our guests
for the
tonight,
first timers.
diba? Dun sa mga dun sa mga first timer na manonood ng ginagawa namin ito. Basically, our brew session is a virtual place where we feature and interview brewers, like of course local brewers, diba? And we talk about their brewery. We drink their yung mga beers na, and then at the same time, we invite someone to try yung mga beer ng guest brewer natin. So, diba?
So, namimigay siyang libre, ganun.
We're trying to educate people about local craft beer. Yes, actually, ang daming iinumin natin tonight. I think, napansin ko yung padami yung beer na pinadadala sa atin. Diba?
Nakakatakot tong si Tak. Gusto yata niya inuman eh. Interview muna.
Introduce mo na. But before that pala. Okay. But before that, diba? Kasi yung ating guest is ano ka ba? Like, meron siyang sinasabi, flat, di ba? Because our guest is the brewer of Flat Foot Brewing. Okay. So ano ba yun? Kasi may mga nababasa ako na yung flat foot daw is parang medyo merong parang negative impact or parang challenge when it comes to sports, di ba? Parang
for a person to be flat-footed,
dehado.
you mean, no? Okay.
Totoo ba yun?
Hindi ko alam eh.
Oo.
Talangin natin yung brewer map. We have to ask the brewer himself because he is flat-footed daw siya.
Okay.
So, di natin alam kung anong sports ni Tak eh. Baka chess or ano. Walang impact yun, di ba?
Okay. Kasi ako, okay.
Go ahead.
Ako hindi ako flat foot. Parehong kaliwa, di ba? Parehong kaliwa yung paa ko. Kaya pag sa dance floor ako, doon ako magaling. Di ba?
Parehong
anyway,
kaliwa. Okay.
So, sige, introduce mo na yung guest natin.
Okay. Our guest is, of course, everyone knows na kasi naka-announce na eh, di ba? So, no-brainer. The one and only Tak Reyes of Flatfoot Brewing. Sir, welcome. We can't hear him.
Hold on. Let me bring him in.
Tak actually started brewing 2014.
No. Can you add him? Add mo nga siya.
Add ko siya? How? Sorry.
Gino, can you add?
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, dude. Hello.
There you go. Hi, Tak. Uy,
medyo nagulat ako.
Naka-zoom.
Naka-zoom yung mukha ako eh.
Quarantine hair yan, bro. Kailangan mo pagupit yung, patrim mo yung edges.
Okay. Tipid muna ako sa haircuts.
Alright. Sige, teka, ayusin natin, ha?
Gasto sa shampoo.
June, paano ba to? Kailangan tapos itak yung malaki. Ayan, ganyan na lang.
Yun,
Para
okay na.
makakain na ako.
Yan.
Ay,
You can
na.
actually... Ha?
Hello.
Dapat siya yung malaki.
Paano ba
Okay
yun?
lang. Huwag na.
Oh, okay.
Para mukha akong
Oh,
payat.
So, inom na tayo.
Oo,
Inom na.
inom na tayo.
Tak, what are you having?
I'm having a
Okay, but
citrus
before
gold ale.
anything else, di ba? Or
Okay.
tell us something like that.
Sorry,
June.
what? Hindi ko narinig.
Yep.
Hello?
Well, I think June's having Wi-Fi issues. Yung tanong niya, ito-text daw niya sa akin. Hindi ko lang. No, talk like this. Tell us your first craft beer experience, how you got started, and kwentuhan mo muna kami. What made you decide to become a brewer, and your journey, first steps.
Okay. So I started with, of course, I think everyone started with the San Miguel's of the Philippines. So San Miguel, Pilsen, Lights, and then eventually I moved on to college. So mga Red Horse para tipid, pero may tama. And then eventually I went into parang the premium line of San Miguel. So super dry, cerveza negra, which till today still my favorite. One of my favorites, yung cerveza negra. And then slowly, while I was able to travel around the world, I got to try different kinds of beers also. Siyempre, meron yung mga pilsners, which are, I think, the most common in any country. And then there are the specialty kinds, yung mga pale ales, IPAs, stouts, porters, and then eventually I got really, really into the deeper flavors. Um, and one of the beers that really captured my attention was one of the beers that I tried in Thailand, which is Chalawan Pale Ale. It is from Full Moon Brew Works, I think yung pangalan. I actually have the first bottle that I've tried from them. It's right here. I kept it. Yeah. So from my travels, inuwi ko siya because
Yung
it
first
really,
craft beer mo.
yes, first parang uh, small size brewery. So what they claim to have is a small batch craft beer. Hindi to sa label nila. But yeah, in terms of flavor, it really got me because it had a lot of lychee, it had a lot of citrus notes. And lychee is one of my favorite flavors. So yun. And then eventually I got into uh, there's this program in Ateneo called the JTA program. So we spent a semester abroad but as an exchange student. And with that, I got to travel around, got to try more beers, and got to visit smaller breweries that parang they really focus on flavor, the quality of their beers, the ingredients, the people they work with, mga ganun. And that story, for me at least, is such an interesting story because they're very community based, and that's not something we see in the Philippines, at least not at the time yet. Parang when I started around 2014, wala pang ganun. Like hindi pa community based or community centric yung peers. It's more of inuman, get drunk, and then get wild, mga ganun, and then you pass out on the ground. But doon or in other countries, they really focus on uh, parang talking to the people who buy beer from them, getting inspiration from what these people suggest, and eventually improving later on yung process nila, ganun. And so when I got back, I got really interested and wala pang masyadong mga ingredients, local ingredients that you can use to brew beer. And I started joining a lot of Facebook groups. Naghanap ako sa Instagram ng mga local craft beers. I think at the time, nandun na sila Katipunan Craft, sila Nipa Brew. I think Pedro was also there.
What year was this, Tak? What year
I
was
think
this?
around 2014, 2013,
2014,
2014, around that time.
Mm.
Yeah. So at the time, sila sila Katipunan, Nipa Brew, Pedro, I think they were the first ones that I
Okay.
know of that are in Manila. And I started joining Facebook groups and then started learning na si James of Santiago. He
James,
supplies,
Gatlabayan.
yeah, he makes malt, and then he supplies malts to breweries. Ganun. So I started talking to him, no, parang small talk, parang hey, ganun, asking for questions or tips. And then eventually, siya yung nagturo sa akin to grow, how to brew effectively, how to tweak or parang have DIY projects to have for yung mga equipment na kailangan, ganun. So basically, parang a home brewer startup mentorship program-ish, parang ganun yung nangyari. Although hindi siya official, I kept asking him questions and him naman graciously would answer all of them. Like, wala
Was
siyang
it actual?
pakialam.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry?
Actual ba yun? Brew date yun, actual?
Hindi eh. I would ask him beforehand na parang, oh, how do I do this? How do I
Brew
do
date,
that? How do
yeah.
I have...
Mm.
So,
Brew
ang nangyari is he would always answer all my questions and parang wala siya pakialam kung repetitive na siya or, I mean, repetitive na yung questions ko. Sagot lang siya ng sagot, which I really appreciate when it came to James, no? Parang siya yung naging unofficial mentor ko. And then, yun, parang it started from there and then continuously lang ako nag-improve ng equipment. Slowly by slowly, I would buy bigger pots. I would get stainless equipment instead of a cooler lang. I started getting a false bottom for my mash tun. What else? Medyo dun siya nag-start and then slowly it would just climb up into size, the styles that I brew, how to improve them, and then eventually getting into the branding of things. And parang I launched officially my brand 2018, I think. 2018 of December.
2018. What was your initial size when you were starting to brew?
5 gallons. So that's about
5 gallons,
20,
yeah.
19 liters, yeah.
Okay.
So I started with the barrel, yung parang yung
90
cooler
liters.
na-
So it's normally yung
cooler na
home
cylindrical. Yeah. I started with that.
What was the first beer you brewed?
So homebrew
Homebrew.
style.
Homebrew
natin.
size.
Yeah. So I actually was trying to look for the bottle of my first batch, pero alam ko nagtago ako. I couldn't find it. But luckily I had a photo on Instagram. And this is what it looks like. Nasa San Miguel bottle siya na
San Miguel bottle?
San Miguel bottle. Tinanggal ko lang yung label and it was a porter. I remember this was a kit that I had, one gallon na kit, and I started with that and enjoyed the process. Although for sure nagkamali ako with a lot of things, pero I mean that's where we all start naman, right? So yeah, I started with the porter as my first ever.
Carboy ba yun?
Pak, anong
Carboy?
like yung capacity ng brew house mo?
Ngayon, I do 60-liter batches. Although I think I can push it to about 80. So, comfortable ako at 60 right now.
All right. So
Okay.
before we
parang
continue,
that's
thank you for
converting to kegs, the three kegs.
Sorry. Could you
3
repeat that?
kegs. Yes, that's right. Converting it, yung 60 liters is 3 kegs. No?
Yes, 3 kegs.
Gino, go ahead.
No, I'd just like to say, thank you to yung mga naka-log in agad. Meron na good morning and may na good evening. So that means we're being, diba? If you can see, Edison Subala is also online. Hi, Gene. Thank you for watching again. And I think James Aaron is a first timer. So there you go. Continue, Tats. Continue sa kwento.
Yeah. What else? What else do you guys
Okay.
want to know?
And then no, okay,
ASL.
but before, if meron kayo question about anything, diba? Like if you have any questions, like just do comment lang, and
Yeah.
then whether kay
At
Gino
this
sa
point,
akin
yeah, we
or
would like
kay
to ask
Tak, just comment.
20 viewers to comment or anything. Brewer question or anything. Hi, Dexter.
Yeah, I would love to answer some questions, whatever they are, to the best of my abilities. Pero hindi naman ako like pro brewer like the other
Ayan, meron
guys.
na
But
tayong first question for you from Alvin.
ano to? Ano po skincare routine nyo?
Yeah.
Honestly, pare, face wash lang tsaka sleep a lot para walang stress. Sleep a lot. I think sleep is one of the most important aspects to your skin reactions.
Ayan na si Tony.
Si Tony, idol ko yan.
Okay, actually, a bit of trivia.
Yeah.
Yes, Tak actually said that he is flat-footed. No? Tak, kwento mo yung flat-foot.
Yan, like
Being a flat-footed athlete. Athlete ka ba, Tak?
I am an athlete, yes.
There you go.
Well, I'd like to think that I am, but I mean, I try my best.
Golf ba
So
yun?
yeah,
Golf? Yes.
I started using the flat foot parang term because I am flat footed, and in the sports world parang flat footed people or people who have flat feet generally have a disadvantage kasi they don't have the natural curve, yung parang arch, wala silang arch dun sa feet nila, and that causes them to not have a natural parang bounce to their steps. So when they jump, flat lagi yung bagsak nila, and it generally
okay.
needs more effort to parang sustain or parang lessen that impact. And that's why I started Flatfoot Brewing Company. It's more of to push people to um, not settle kasi even if you're flat-footed, you can still play a sport or compete or even win competitions if you're really good at it and practice a lot. And so that's the message that I kind of want to send across. Even if you're at a disadvantage, like when I started, I was very young. I had no prior technical knowledge, or I had no formal education in terms of brewing beers. Um, I mean, it should not be seen as a hindrance or a wall or
A
parang
disadvantage. No?
a disadvantage. Exactly. So it's not supposed to be seen that way, but rather it's a challenge that you can and should be able to get across.
I think also with
Shouldn't
the
stop
science
you.
now, di ba? With the science of footwear now, wala na sigurong flat foot sa buong mundo.
Meron pa rin. Surprisingly,
Meron pa
meron
rin.
pa rin. Yes.
Sana yung guest natin flat foot din.
Oh,
Para
we'll see.
matching.
Maybe.
Diba?
Actually, if you guys are following tennis, si Roger Federer, he's
Is
considered
flat-footed?
he's considered a legend, pero he's also flat-footed.
Okay.
So parang
All right.
it goes to
There you
show
go.
lang din na, di ba, with enough practice, enough parang motivation, you can
Hard
still
work.
do great things. And that shouldn't stop you. But it shouldn't be a hindrance from you reaching your goals or chasing after your passions.
Well said. And okay, now we have a genuine question
Yo,
with regards to brewing. Um, would you like to post it, boss? June. It's from Gene here. As far as water profiles go, can you read it, Tak? Can you see it?
yeah, I can.
There you go.
It's not that good. Do you have it? I honestly, okay, we have this water supplier lang around down our street that I get my water from. It's filtered water, but I do add some salts. But I don't want to be super technical about it, but I do add some pH adjusters and some salts just to get the right profile of water for the specific style of beer that I'm brewing. And yeah, I do agree that the water profile
Okay.
here in the Philippines is not that good. So you have to do some additions, some extra powders just to get that right pH and the right minerals that would go and complement the beer style that you're brewing. I hope that answers your questions.
Thank you for that
I
question,
mean,
Mr. Gene.
Tak, yeah,
Yeah.
Tak,
Anything to add,
to
boss?
add to add to that question, to add to that question, the water that we have here in the Philippines are mostly soft water because they're coming from the rivers, from dam. So
Yeah.
it's a soft water.
Yes.
So what we do and what we usually do for like especially for me, just do like charcoal filter for just to remove the chlorine or some impurity sa water, and
Yeah.
then we add like salts. Yep.
One more thing, Gene.
Okay.
Everywhere in the
I
Philippines,
hope it answer.
yeah, our water profile differs, so we really have to make adjustments on everything. Being I've been assisting in brewing lately, and that's what we've noticed is we really have to adjust on everything. Put the proper pH levels, put the proper adjust to everything. That's the water
Yep.
we have here. Hopefully, our water would taste like Colorado water sometimes, but it's not. So there you go. Tak, June.
Yo. Yeah.
What's I know? Is there another question?
But I mean, to be honest with you, our water is our water is good actually. If you will ask me, but the thing is, we have an old piping where our water flow, so we really have to like make sure that you filter it in a way, especially carbon. I think it's a must, so at least to get those other to your water, especially yung mga chlorine. All right.
Sabi kasi sa akin nung isa kong kaibigan, kumuha ka lang doon sa kaliwa, yun yung maiinom mo na tubig. Yun yung banyo niya, ganun eh. Yung sa kaliwa daw yung pwedeng inumin, yung sa kanan panghugas. So, parang ganun lang.
Actually, pag kulang yung tubig ko, sa gripo lang ako kumukuha eh. Yun yung extra flavor.
Ayun, yun ba yung lavender, pare?
Hindi, pawis ko yun.
Tak, I have a question with your beers. I noticed you're leaning towards more on the gentler side of
Yes.
I don't know if that's your theme or but you had a tea series and now you have a lavender wheat ale, which I'm drinking actually at the moment. And
nice. How is it?
it's surprisingly good. I mean,
Wow.
I'm not saying I'm surprised that it's good. It's something that's wala lang, nagulat lang ako sa flavor because you know me, I don't drink beers na medyo I'm typically an IPA, double IPA guy.
Right.
And having a lavender wheat ale, which is very, for me, I think is, for lack of a better term, it's very feminine, no, in the thing.
Yeah.
Is it a crossover beer? Was it meant to be drank by women, or yun ba yung balak mo?
No, actually when I was formulating my three core series beers, which is yung Citrus Gold Ale, my Pale Ale, and a Stout, I initially wanted to have something on the lighter side because I think what's important with the Filipino consumers is they're not familiar with the newer styles or the different styles to begin with. So with this with this in mind, what I wanted to do was to introduce to them in a non-overwhelmingly flavored way yung world of craft beers. So parang to say that it is focused on uh, women is a wrong way to see it. Kasi it's more of for everyone. Everyone
For
who is not
everyone.
familiar or
It's
who is not
did you
familiar
mean
with
it
the
as a
world of
crossover
craft.
beer also coming from yung mga San Miguel drinkers? Did you mean it para ano siya, madali siya na crossover, na transition, kumbaga?
Yeah, actually yes. I saw it
Cross
as a way to
entry,
parang
an
educate
entry,
them.
entry.
Oo, parang entry level,
Yeah.
beginner level beers.
Mhm.
Parang as a stepping stone kumbaga in the realm of craft beers. That's how all of my flavors are generally formulated. A lot of
So
the feedback that I get is medyo manipis siya, which I understand, but that's the way it's supposed to be, at least from my perspective. Kasi yun nga, it is a beginner type of beer to introduce you to the different flavors, different styles of beers that exist. And then for the tea series naman, well, I think based on the size of my eyes, you can see na I'm Chinese.
you are?
I know, no, no.
I'm
But
kidding.
yeah, pero with that, no. But I wanted to use tea kasi I drink a lot of tea.
Tea,
Um,
yes.
starting from the sweeter kind, so like mga milk teas, ganun, and then slowly transitioning into just loose leaf tea with quality. And parang I just wanted to merge those two worlds together. And since no one has done it locally, yun yung gusto ko, like emerge ko lang, combine something that has not been done yet. And
Yeah.
that came out to be yung 4 flavors that I came out with the tea series. And I think
Yeah.
the lavender wheat ale is my least
Naiwan
favorite
ng
out of everything. Kasi it's too floral for me. Like lumalabas siya too floral, and like when I smell it, I feel like I'm in a spa. Actually, the first version nga niyan is more flavored pa with lavender. So like if you leave it in a room, you can smell the lavender talaga. Medyo toned
no
down
siya.
version na
Ano,
medyo toned down version na yan, yeah.
you know what, Tak? I think this is gonna be good also for pastries and radical yung pairing nun, pero pwede siya.
Yeah, actually pwede naman.
Oo. Tapos feeling ko favorite color mo tong this type of green, no? Kasi t-shirt mo, yun ang suit mo, eh.
It's actually teal, but yeah,
Teal.
favorite ko
There you
talaga
go,
yung
teal.
Yeah, yeah.
Good
Favorite
God.
color ko yung teal, yeah.
Buti na lang wala
Yeah,
siya, Spell
yeah.
teal. There. De, green na lang, green. All right. So anyway, thank you. Thank you for that information. We have another question from Paulo Omali. Feel free to answer this, Tak. This is for you.
Top 3 local
What are
craft
your top
beer.
three favorite local craft beers and why? Besides your brew, this is not to say that those outside your top three aren't good. May disclaimer.
Oo nga eh.
All right, go.
Well, I think
Hi, Tina.
yung top of mind ko ngayon is I'm not really sure if they still make it, pero si Crazy Carabao used to have Kalinga Kolsch. It came in a blue label, parang blue and white label.
Okay.
I'm not really sure if they still make it now, pero it's one of my favorites. Just clean, it's a little bit fruity, easy to drink actually. It's parang more of a session beer for me. Session beer meaning it's medyo low in alcohol, at least relative to me. Tapos it's easy to drink. Like you can really chug it down really fast.
Which one is this?
And
Kalinga Kolsch? Tama?
Kalinga Kolsch, yes. I'm not really sure if they still make it now. parang based on their Instagram, which I just checked recently.
Okay.
Parang they don't make it anymore. They rebranded kasi.
Okay.
And then I also like see Tony used to make this NEIPA in one of the brew fest, my earliest brew fests. I'm not really sure what it's called anymore. I think he changed it or he has not made it again. Pero I think it was an Andromeda. That one's pretty good also.
No, yeah, tama.
Yeah, the problem lang kasi for me with the NEIPAs is the hop burn. Yung itchy feeling when you keep drinking the NEIPAs. Pero that
Yung sa
particular
throat,
one,
diba? Yung sa
yeah,
throat na itchy,
yes, parang medyo makati siya and you wanna keep
Ah.
drinking pero it just stays there.
Yeah.
Pero
the
when I
itch.
tried it before sa Brewfest, I think that was around 2019. Yeah, early 2019. Masarap siya eh. Yun yung gustong-gusto ko. Like I remember ordering from him tapos nilagay ko sa baso na ganito. It's like 50 ounces or like 700 ml. Graciously,
yeah.
he refilled naman the whole thing. So super appreciative of that. Thanks, Uncle Tony.
Tito
Tapos,
Tony, salamat.
Yeah, sila Brew Lab 2021 makes this saison. Pero
we're
not
tayo.
not
Yung
super,
Encarnacion.
Yes,
The
Encarnacion.
Yeah, I love that.
Hindi sila masyado nag-brew frequently nung saison nila. But when they do have it, I drink it. Usually sa pairs in QC. Not really sure if it's still open now or operational now. Pero yun yung
Which one?
tambayan natin. Sa Pierce.
Pierce is still open. Yeah.
Yeah, yun. Doon
Magluluto na siya.
tambayan namin.
Magluluto na si Pierre.
Okay, chef na siya ngayon. Shout out pala kay G.
question.
David.
That question.
Yes, go
Okay,
ahead.
question. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Bonbon said that the Kalinga Kosh is now the Golden
Okay.
Ale. Tama ba
Paano
yun?
paano ka nag-start?
Si June. Yeah.
Sorry, again, Jude.
Yeah.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Paano ka nag-start? Where did you learn? Ano ka rin ba? YouTube Academy ka rin ba?
Yeah. Well, I started watching YouTube videos, tapos dahan-dahan nga. I turned to books. I also turned to like free educational modules. So yung mga sa EDX, Coursera, mga ganon, they would have parang seasonal siya eh. Na they would have free seasonal modules about beers, and parang what I would do is to put it in my wish list or parang my parang add to cart type of thing. Nalagay ko siya doon, and then whenever they would release it, I would start watching it. And then I also started with before I started buying books, nasa lang ako, yung mga fully booked national, and then I would look for books there about beers. And then yung mga bukas na samples, doon ako nagbabasa, pinipicturean ko, gano'n.
Yun, huwag ka na bumili, sayang pera.
Oo nga, picture na lang, di ba? Unlimited pa yung phone memory mo.
PDF lang yan. Oo naman,
Oh, yeah.
The digital age.
Yes, exactly. Actually, ang dami na. Yeah, marami na resources ngayon. Yun nga, YouTube is a really great source, especially if you're starting out brewing. A lot of brewers from the US and from the UK would teach you there. And you would see different setups, which is really good for home brewers kasi hindi malalaki yung mga capacities that they have. So it's a good parang way to see how you can pattern their process to yours and their equipment to yours, especially if you're starting out also.
Walang alcohol sa last.
But of course, actually, I started hanging out with brewers like sila Lee, sila Lil, like the kids my age, we will always hang out and talk about beers and how we can improve our systems or how we can change certain processes or certain aspects to our process, and then parang kind of improve slowly and experiment with that aspect if it does improve it, or make it more efficient for you, mga ganon. And then of course my unofficial mentor si James Catlabayan, um, I would generally ask him questions if I'm really stumped at a certain thing na hindi ko talaga maintindihan. Like, for example, yung water chemistry was something that I couldn't understand a lot. Um, Sparging was also a trouble for me. Um, what else? Mga boil times, it was also a bit confusing, but even you ask people who has certain experiences with these, and you could learn a lot from them. Parang you ask a certain question, and they would give you times 10 the information that you actually need, which is very, very helpful kasi some of the information that they share is something that you wouldn't think about asking. Parang di mo alam na kailangan mo siya, pero once they share na parang, oh nga no, magagamit ko pala to. Ganun.
Hindi ka naman nalito sa yung sagot, di ba?
Sorry?
Hindi ka nalito sa iba-ibang sagot.
Hindi naman. Parang, yun nga, the thing about brewing is
And I
it also caters to a certain system.
And I think I
Parang
remember, di ba?
it caters to a specific size
Yeah,
or a specific
system.
system. Oo. So you have to parang adjust it to yours, which is
Tama.
pretty good kasi at least
Yeah.
parang it's really
Because
yours.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
May konting ano lang. Yes,
Sa akin-
June, yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead, June.
I remember di ba, nag-join one of the ng Manila Mashers sa kay Bulul, right? Sa bahay ni Ivan.
Yes. Yes.
Before.
Yes.
You were there.
Yeah.
We have a question. We have a question from Sir Jean.
Yep.
Guys, by the way, we would like to remind you, brewery questions only. Okay? Stop making
Thanks,
me
Luke.
laugh. I'm trying to drink.
Thanks, Luke, for the questions.
Jean, okay. Ito actually, nasagot mo na kanina to. Pero follow-up lang kasi nagtanong siya.
Oh, okay. Sige. Per batch, I do about 60 liters. That's about 3 kegs or 15 gallons. And typically, I spend about 7 to 8 hours a day to brewing.
There you go. I hope that answers your question, Jean. And don't ask again. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Wala nang question. There's 28 viewers and no one's asking. Gusto nyo lang makita yung guest namin, no? Oh, there you go.
Flattered naman out, guys.
Anyway, June, is there anything else you want to add? Or anything else you want to ask? Oh, okay. By the way, for the viewers na hindi brewers, when Tax says iba-iba yung sagot is because not all brewers have the same capacity and brewing system. So, basically, yun lang yan. Go figure. Almost there. Alcohol's hitting me. And may tanong si Jonathan Julia Kua.
Yes.
Tak, this is for you.
Nationwide shipping. It depends on where you are. If serviceable by Grab nationwide, then yes, I can definitely ship to you. But other than that, if hindi kaya ng
Hindi pwede LBC, di
Grab.
ba? Mga ganun.
hindi pwede. Yeah, LBC doesn't allow liquids and bottles. Eh.
What else?
That's the problem.
Aboitis to go. They don't allow that. JRS, walang ganon.
Yeah.
Ano ba?
Alam ko Grab nationwide.
Extend, yes, send. Does send allow ano?
I'm not super sure if Send allows.
Yung send, kapitbahay natin yun. Taga San Juan yun, no? Ninja van. Yung Ninja van, dapat kaya nila yan. Kundi, palitan nila
Yes.
pangalan nila. Ha?
Kaya ng-
Ninja yun.
Yeah. Si if I remember correctly, si Grab is partnered up with Ninja Van
I
with
think
their
Grab and Ninja
nationwide
Van.
deliveries.
Oh, there's a
Yes.
new one, yung kay Ding Dong.
Ding Dong Dantes?
Oo. Ano ba yun? Piolo also? Holy shit.
yeah. Maybe
All right. So basically, as long as Grab can reach you, meaning it can pick up, yeah. So Ninja Van Dao is nationwide. So Jonathan, you might try your luck there. If it does not arrive at your doorstep, don't do it again. There you go.
Baka ininom
Okay,
na ng ano.
Christine Ching has a question. There you go.
Minimum for custom brew. I actually made this
Mukhang gusto magpa-custom brew.
booklet na ano na I can do custom brews for you based on the style you want or parang the flavors that you want just to cater to your preference. But I started at 15 gallons. So that's 3 kegs worth. Pero parang may testing process pa naman just to get to your preferred flavor. So that's 3 rounds of testing and tweaking the recipe, and then your final end product would be 3 kegs worth, or that's about 300 bottles, mga ganun.
For a custom brew. Okay, that's your super minimum.
Yes.
Okay, may boyfriend or may girlfriend or wala, yun din, walang kaso.
Sorry, ano?
Kung may boyfriend siya, walang kaso yun, yun pa rin, 300. Or pag may
Special
boyfriend,
delivery
600 na. Ha?
Special delivery pa.
Special delivery. Sige.
Ako gusto mag-deliver.
Okay. Thank you, Jonathan, for being here. Okay, any more questions? Thank you daw, sabi ni Christine. Thanks, Christine, for joining us.
Thanks for the question. Thank you.
Okay. Tak is single, by the way.
I'm not actually.
Are you taken?
Yeah.
Sino?
Si Pauline.
Does not exist.
Siya yung nagsabi ng pogi sa comments.
Ayun. Okay, sorry, Pauline. Okay. Nasaan na si June? Ano ba? Oh my God, si Sarah nandiyan na. Wala pa si June. Tak, sabi mo kay Sarah, bawal yung boyfriend niya. Habang di pa niya tayo naririnig. Oops, sorry. I'm just kidding. Where's June?
You know.
June, i-mute mo ako pag wala ako sa lugar. Ano ka ba? Another question before...
internet ko eh.
Okay, another question before we introduce our guest.
Do you have trouble keeping up with the band using a half-bar system? Right now, I don't have a problem with it because I can constantly brew the band. And that wouldn't be a problem for me in terms of if I'm brewing every day or like a scheduled brew. I just have to know the timing of when I need to brew and how much it would create. And yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Second question.
Yo.
Ayan, from Mr. Luke Davidson.
What's your number one? Okay, actually, wait lang, let me get my book.
Go. June?
Yes. Okay na ba ako?
Our guest is
Like, can
okay
you
na?
hear me properly now?
Yeah, you're good.
I don't know what's wrong with my internet.
Kumusta
But
yung guest natin?
yeah, I think she's ready na. She's just
Right.
waiting.
Shit, I can see her, yeah. Sorry.
All right, so this is the book that I
Here.
read now. It's called The Home Brewer's Companion. It's really helpful because it's very detailed siya in terms of what you need and common questions that you would have. My cousin gave this to me.
It's by who?
And it's by Charlie Papazian.
Okay.
He's the president of the Craft Beer Association in the US, I think. Oh, sorry. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, he was the guest. Like,
he was just a
week,
guest
right?
speaker, di ba? June?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
from
see,
Hebrew.
Brew?
He's the president of the Craft Beer Association in the US. So he
Okay.
wrote this book, and it's been really helpful kasi ang daming like small questions or like small detailed questions that you normally wouldn't see in brewing videos or educational modules, but it's here. It's easy to read, and there are pictures also if you want to be guided. So like if you want to learn about yeast, there are pictures or
Picture ng yeast? Ayoko nga.
there are also like sample recipes you can try. It's all here, and
Okay.
it doesn't come out as a storybook type of type of writing. So it's very easy to digest if you're starting to learn with brewing in general and beers in general.
Okay. Well, according to Lee, he stepped down last year, but anyway, he's a legend in his well, whatever time. I never saw him brew, so for me, he doesn't exist. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Brew?
well, that's right. But still, he's
Okay.
still very knowledgeable
Okay.
as a beer person, no matter what his position is.
Edward Castro says, "Do you sell kegs and portable beer dispenser, and how much?"
I do sell kegs and parang a portable system that I have.
Yung bang
I
kegs
don't
mo,
have it.
walang salian yun?
Ano?
Wala nang salian?
Meron, may deposit syempre. So,
Ayun,
I mean,
linawin mo. Ikaw naman.
the kegs with the beer and the portable dispenser is a set which you have to pay a deposit for. But I do sell it for. Actually, it depends on the style of beers that you want to make. It ranges from 4,000 to 6,000. So depende sa type of beer that you want to order.
Tak, a follow-up question. This is from me.
Yes.
Do you do weddings also? Diba
I mean,
it's kind of na now, diba?
it's the in
Medyo
thing. It's
trendy
the in thing.
nowadays.
Yes,
Huh?
yeah. I mean,
Trendy
yes,
na
if
nowadays.
may lumapit sa akin, definitely I could do and help them out with the service. But as of the moment, wala pa. But definitely I can do weddings or events or in terms of events, parang they just need to tell me how big the event is, and I can sort of cater to what kind of flavor, what kind of beer they want to have, or if they want to choose from the existing lineup, they can also do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Another
Where do
question
you
is,
see your business?
where do you see your business 10 years from now? Parang Miss Universe naman to.
That's actually my aunt from the US. Um, 10 years from now, I still see myself having a smaller, parang relatively smaller brewery in terms of size compared to the other commercial or the other craft brewers that are existing in the moment. Pero yeah, I enjoy constantly brewing, making recipes,
Okay.
and learning from the process.
Tak, do
And
you have
so,
any plans of like upscaling, or you're still enjoying your system at the moment?
yeah, I'm still enjoying my system at the moment. It gives me a lot of flexibility when it comes to brewing, and actually, since I'm doing everything by myself, the cleaning part is the hardest part, to be honest. So it really helps me out. I have a smaller system when it comes to cleaning.
Itong you mentioned si Plain Choi?
Si
What's her
Pauline,
name?
yeah.
Si Pauline Choi, are you developing new recipes right now? Dapat Pauline, mag-propose ka na lang kay Tak. Mas magandang question yun.
I am currently developing recipes.
Ba't mo biniiba? But are you changing the subject? Tak, ano ka ba?
Shadow pa akong bata, guys.
Tak, we have a question from Meron tayong question, maganda to. Ayan.
Ano?
Tignan mo, star-studded yung mga nanonood natin.
Si Mix di pa nag-order sa akin eh. Ewan ko ah. Sabi
Oh,
niya,
shit, Migs.
after,
Hindi ka pa
after a while,
nag-order.
order ako.
Teka,
Wala pa
text
rin
ko
eh.
pa. Text ko pare. Teka lang. Tawagan natin.
Sana matamaan yung natatamaan. Joke.
Patch in natin.
Yeah, joke lang, Migs. Pero I think how I exemplify that being a man for others, I think, is also sharing freely the information that I was able to gather in terms of what I learned from other people, what I learned from all the YouTube videos, the books, the modules that I got to learn. Whenever people are also asking questions, I try to, parang when they post questions, I would type answers to it, or parang when they would message me privately, I try to help them as much as possible to also parang not undergo the issues that I had, or the problems that I went through in terms of brewing, or having equipment, or everything about the beer industry. So yun, medyo dun ko muna isisingit yung being man for others. But eventually, I think if I get the reach or the traction, a strong enough traction, I would definitely want to help a foundation. Not sure what it is as of the moment, but it's in the longer term plan. So
Okay.
yun.
All right. Pauline was not happy with your answer. I'm kidding. Okay. Meron nagtatanong. I'm not sure if you did have a promo. Kailan daw ang next promo?
I did have a promo 11/11.
You did. Okay, there you go.
I did, yeah. I shared it a little bit later than usual, but I did have a promo for that. I think for December, I will have one early December. So first week December, I would have one.
All right, there you go, Richie. Watch out for that, and make sure ubusin mo yung stock ni Tak.
Yeah, I'm having a Christmas box pala. I'm not sure if you guys have it.
Yeah.
If you'd like to show our audience what it looks like.
June.
We're gonna
Actually, si
yeah, we're
Sarah
gonna
papakutin
like
yung Christmas
feature it
box
later
niya.
on. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
sure.
Mamaya na lang kapag when our guest beer drinker natin ready na. I think ready na siya.
Really?
You want
I
to
can't hear
yeah,
it.
you want to invite her? I think Zina, can you like put her in? Kasi I am having problem. So
Hold
our
on.
guest is a cousin of a friend. So
Hi.
yeah.
Introduce Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi. Hi.
Sarah is
Hello.
Sarah. This
Hi,
is
Sarah.
June, and that's me,
Yes,
and that's
hi,
you.
Juan.
All right. Sarah, tell us first about your how are you involved with craft beer? Do you have an idea? I need to see if you're legal age.
I'm 19.
I'm kidding.
Isn't
I'm
that legal
kidding.
here?
No,
Is
we're
that
kidding.
legal here in the
No,
Philippines?
no. Go ahead. What's your first experience with craft beer?
I'm sorry?
Your first experience with craft beer.
Actually, this is like one of the first times I've tried. And I tried yung Sagada. I think you sent that to me, diba, June? That was the first one I tried
Yes.
from your, ano. Actually, hindi na ako
There you
makawait. I opened the lavender one. Ininom ko na. It's actually really
Alam
good.
mo,
I like it.
ang daw kasi ni Tak uminom na.
Yay!
Huh?
Thanks. Thanks
Nakainom
for
na
drinking
ako.
my
There you
beer.
Sorry. I was just waiting. I was like, okay, I'll just drink na lang.
Okay. June,
We're live
go ahead.
here, right?
Yeah, we're live.
Kaya ba? Also,
Yeah,
I super
Tak.
love the box, dude. It's awesome.
Okay, there you
Oh,
go.
thanks.
There
Yay!
you go.
So yeah, that's
Um,
the
Yeah.
Christmas box. Would you like to show it to
Sarah,
everyone?
can you do us a favor and do the unboxing
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
camera?
please show
I'm sorry?
everyone.
Can you
Could
do
you please
can
show
you do
everyone?
the unboxing and show
Here's
everyone?
the box.
Yes.
Can you guys see it? And cool nga eh, because like you guys open it and there's a little letter, stickers. I'm excited to try these, dudes. Look at that.
I think Tak has
Di
the
pa
best.
malamig eh.
He
Yeah,
has the best
sobrang laki nga eh.
packaging of any local
Sobrang
craft beer brewer.
Oh my god. Okay.
So how
What
how
it
are you enjoying your first?
huh?
You're drinking the lavender ale, right? The wheat ale.
Yeah, I am. It's pretty cool.
Look
I
on
like it. It's very. Hey,
Tell
cheers,
us,
bro.
cheers. How are you enjoying it? Tell us about it.
Cheers.
It's really light. I'm not really like a beer person. I'm sorry. Wait, the one.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Anyways, yeah. So it's really light. I'm not really a beer person. Yung beer lang iniinom ko sometimes like San Miguel. And I've never really experienced anything with craft beer, and I actually really like it. I
Will
really
this
like
be
this
something
one,
you'll be
the
drinking
lavender
in
wheat
the
ale.
future? Yeah, it's really nice, no? So cheers.
Hello.
Ak, what can you say
Wait,
about?
wait, there's a
Explain.
delay.
Yeah, what did you? What? Explain or tell us something about your beer, the lavender craft wheat ale. I mean, lavender
Okay,
wheat ale.
Hello.
the lavender wheat ale came
Hello.
from a series made with tea. So I started with a jasmine pale ale, and then moved on to an Earl Grey amber ale, and then I also had a chrysanthemum cream ale, and then the last one from that series is the lavender wheat ale. And they had like a transition period of about a month each, and yeah, I think medyo na-delay lang konti yung lavender wheat ale in terms of
So
distribution
did you
because of
guys just
the whole
start
COVID
this?
thing.
When did you guys start the ano?
I'm sorry, Sarah.
Did
Come
you
again.
guys start this brand?
Yeah, I started around
Came up with it.
2018. I did,
Ah,
yeah.
so
So
much
I started
fun.
I started around 2018, and
And how
I
long did
started
it take for you
with
to
by
like
myself lang
process
actually.
everything?
Just go.
Sorry.
How long did it take for you to process everything? Like, what made you into beer, and how did you make it? Cause parang ang hirap gumawa ng beer.
Well, medyo mahirap yung process, but I don't want to be
Uh,
too technical with this parang buo podcasting.
yeah,
But I started
I
with
get.
mga YouTube videos, and then I started going to different countries and trying different beers. And then you find out na maraming parang flavors. It's not
Yeah,
just the pale pills that we're used to. And then yeah, parang you start to experiment with lots of different kinds of beers, and you start to like parang a certain style or a certain flavor profile that you really enjoy. And I wanted to bring that idea back, that like the high quality beer with different flavors back to the Philippines.
yeah,
We don't have that here, and
yeah. We
yeah, parang
don't.
I want to do like a home brewing parang system, and start a
Yeah,
small process lang on my own.
really back.
There you go.
So what
So
made you
Christine, you're
think of the
almost done
name?
with your. Sorry.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Ha?
Oh,
Sorry, what?
so
Hi
ano
June,
tayo?
welcome back. Ano, June, I was having
Gulo-gulo na.
internet difficulties. Kala ko,
Wait.
iniwan mo ako.
Okay.
Patay ko tong computer ni
Gulo ng mga chika
Of
natin.
course.
Riggs.
No, but okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay, Tack. So, what beer are we gonna drink?
I
Ayan.
don't know. You started drinking everything. What else haven't you
No.
drank?
Started
So
with-
so at least we get Sarah to get and taste the beer and then tell us what she will get. Like ano ba yung flavor na nakuha niya? Is it matapang or anything? We
okay, I'm
are
down with
here
that.
to
I
educate
think
her.
Sarah liked it very much.
Okay,
Yeah,
sige.
I really
Like
like
I
it.
said,
This is the
it's
first
ano
time
it's a
trying
crossover.
their wheat ale. It's really good. Actually, I like it a lot. I'll order it again, guys. Sige,
Wow, thanks a lot.
which do we
Thank
start
you.
with?
Sandali.
Guys,
So
hold on. Christine Ching is asking if they can customize the contents of the box. Tack directed to you.
I mean, you can
Customize
you
na po
can
kasi ni
add.
Tack yun. Huwag niyo na pong pakialaman yung ginawa niya.
Pinaghirapan ko yan.
Pinaghirapan po niya yan. Christine,
Pero you can add
pero kaya
more
mo yan.
stuff.
Lagyan mo
You can
na,
add more stuff, but
lagyan mo
parang
ng face mask.
I think you can't take away a lot of the elements that are printed on it na. So in terms
Yeah.
of design and yung contents, you can add more stuff to it, but you cannot take away, especially for designs. So kunwari you wanted a customized design for your the sheets that are included dun sa clipboards. Pwede naman. I can do that for you, but the design of the clipboard itself, you can't change anything.
I have
Hi.
to say hi to my sponsors, Drink Me Dirty.
Okay. It's
Thanks,
just
guys, for the glass. We'll send Sarah one. So
Yeah.
whenever she's enjoying a beer,
Si Tak din. Si Tak din, padalhan nyo.
si Tak din.
Bigs, please sponsor me.
Thank you, Drink Me
Hold on.
Dirty.
Hey, come on. Wait. Let's drink. Let's drink. Okay. So,
Zoom lang.
Sarah, ano yung what do you have na iniinom mo ngayon? What's that?
the
So-
lavender.
Okay. So,
Kasi
where is
binigay
it?
mo tatlong lavender.
Ano ba? What are we gonna drink next? I'm excited. Let's go.
This one, right?
Actually, can I just share my parang setup right now? Because we're supposed to drink lots of different beers, and my ref is kind of far from my room. So I have this cooler with me, and it's
Swabs.
wala rin kaming ice, so nilagyan ko ng siomai.
Oh my.
Wala kaming ice, so nilagyan ko ng siomai yung cooler.
Pak, bawal yan.
Ano yan?
Beer lang, beer, bro.
May pulutan ka na, may pulutan na.
May steamer ka ba dyan sa, sa cooler mo?
Pwede. Kakabitan ko. Padala ko ba sa'yo?
Sarah, question.
Yeah.
Padala ka ng
Go.
siomay.
Ano yung glass yung ginagamit mo?
Paper cup.
You should be you should be using like a regular glass or like a
Bibigyan
like
daw
a
siya ni,
glass.
Message na si Drink Me Dirty, they will send her one of these.
I have to go down. I'll drink it out of the bottle na lang.
Oh, yeah.
Okay lang.
Professional talaga professional drinker. Okay, but anyway, like no, because we're here to really educate people, right? Like kasi for you, because wala kang like you're parang you're new to a craft beer, diba? So no experience. So what we usually tell, or usually yung mga craft beer drinker, they pour or they use a proper glass para, help me, ikaw magaling dyan ikaw yung beer drinker. Bakit kailangan ng proper glass?
To properly,
Explain to her.
para yung pinky mo, nalilift mo, mukhang maarte. Ganun. There you go. That's how you do it.
All
But
right,
other
I'll
than
take it like
that,
that.
it's actually
Cheers.
for you to enjoy the beer and the aromas. And, this glass is fruited and,
Yeah.
the aromas and the flavors, they concentrate on the top. So whenever you drink it, you can, you have the sensory experience of having to, and olfactory experience of having to experience and maamoy mo, and then you enjoy it.
Wow,
Mas may
I didn't know
enjoyment
there's
din.
so many things about beer I didn't know. Because I just recently started enjoying beer.
yeah.
Because before I would just drink like, hard drinks. Tongto sita.
Okay.
Tawa kay June, sabi. Ang lapit niya sa computer, sabi niya,
So,
ano ba yan?
so kailangan pala next time. Wait. No. So Gino, next time, okay, magpapalit tayo ng beer, we have to include a glass para to make sure that our guests are really ready for that experience. Okay? So,
Yes. Ayan.
Okay. Sige. Sino yung
Level,
magsa-
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Wala ba kayong kaso?
So, cheers muna tayo. Cheers to... Cheers.
Mahal to eh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, Sarah, what do you get from the beer? Ano yung nalalasahan mo? Like, do you get...
It's very light. I
After,
think that's how I can explain it. I'm not sure what I taste.
Oh,
Okay.
there's a question for you.
For me. Yeah, go.
There's a question for Sarah.
All
Hey, June,
right, I
ano
can't
mo?
see. Where do I?
Highlight mo.
Hey Sarah, fairly new customer of beer. Do you find interest in upper beers or something or hit more body than commercial beers?
Hop beer means a bit bitter.
Oh my god, wait, my screen froze. I can't see the question. Hello?
Yeah. Hold on.
We
Let
can
me.
see you.
Hello?
Yep.
Hello.
Pose the question again. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
As a fairly new consumer of beer, do you find interest in hopper beers or something with a bit more body than your commercial domestic beers? Does it mean like for being bubbly? Because like I'm not really a drinker of beer. Gusto ko yung sobrang light. Kasi sobrang lightweight ko sa beer, guys. Like legit. It's so bad. That's why I don't drink that much. I don't at
Okay.
all. So I guess like I'm more interested in craft beers because it's a little bit more light rather than the normal beers that we find around here. I don't like it. Like Red Horse. I'm being Red Horse. Well, typical.
Para sa tipid yun eh. Para sa students na tipid.
Inom ko yun na mention na Red Horse.
Okay lang. Okay lang. No worries.
Ano na?
So that's your beer? That's your go-to beer? Red Horse?
Yeah,
Hey,
for
no,
sure.
no hate for Red Horse ah. Masarap siya in terms of flavor.
Like, dude, but
Masarap
that
ang
hits
Red
you
Horse.
real good, bro.
Yeah,
Diba?
and
Especially pag Mercado, bro.
2 bots
It's
yan.
chill.
Kung baka na. Kasi yun nga yung yun nga yung stepping stone mo after after you drink like commercial beers. Usually you start out with the Stanmig Light and then you Stanmig Pale Pilsen and then the premium stuff
Actually,
and, and then
I
Red
started
Horse
drinking
or like
this.
Red Horse in between. Sorry, you
I
were saying.
started drinking, well, I tasted, San Mig Light, pero hindi ko siya masyado nagustuhan. Tapos I started drinking Red Horse because that's what everybody my age was like, oh, Red Horse, Red Horse. You know what I mean? Because I'm so young. I'm like 19. Hindi ko na- Oh my
I mean,
God.
it gets you there. Yun naman yung purpose eh.
It does. Pero masarap din yung San Mig Light or pale. Light. But this dude, I can't get over it. I'm really not that into beer, but this is really good. Honestly, good
Thanks
job.
a lot. Thanks a lot.
I
Thanks
really
a lot.
like it a lot.
Thank you.
Let me.
Is it okay if I open another one? Ano kayang open natin?
Yeah, go ahead.
Citrus
Just,
Cold Ale. What do you
go
think?
ahead.
Is it like sweet? I hope it's a little
little
bit
bit
sour.
sweet.
I think you have to guide her kung ano yung next na iinom niya. But at least, di ba, on proper, baka kasi inumin niya kagad ng bad beer. So,
Okay, sige.
Is there a
think,
way like that? Yeah, teach
yeah,
me,
the-
educate me.
Okay, sige. The core series kasi that started out having parang levels of flavor. So the lightest should be the citrus gold ale, and then next,
Yeah,
if there's a flavor, would be the pale ale, which is
this
the
is
blue
what it
one.
looks like.
yep.
I'm excited.
Ganda ng packaging. Ganda ng packaging.
Oh my, I like it a lot.
And then the deepest flavor, or parang more, the most flavorful one would be the stout, which is the pink label.
I'm having your stout. Oh.
How is it, pare? How is it? I mean, you can critique me live.
It's a little sweet, but then like this bittery in the end. Alam mo when you suck on a lemon and then like it's a little bitter at the end, but it's still sour. That's what it tastes like, and it's really light. Nagets niyo ba yun? Tama ba yun? Basta
Well, you
yun.
know what? It's your own experience. So how you know it's how it is.
Yeah, that's what I taste, and that's really good. Wow. What really interests me is that how did you guys come up with the name? Because it's so cool. Kasi may parang, if you guys can see, there's like parang nakasulat something there, and it's very inspirational because like I'm a ballet dancer and I'm flat-footed, and it was like so hard to like I always had to work 10 times harder than everybody else. And then like when I read this, should I read it? Because
Yes,
it's
do
so
it.
sobrang
Please do.
na-inspire ako kasi hindi ko na-expect na something like that. And I really connected with the letter and everything because like yun nga, as I was saying, ballet dancer ako and then I always had to work 10 times harder than every other dancer because I was flat-footed. So when I read this,
I'm
I was
also
like,
flat-footed.
damn, dude, I could really vibe with this band. It's really
Nice.
cool.
I'm glad that you can relate to it.
Yeah.
I'm
Why?
actually flat-footed also. That's why. That's the inspiration for it.
Ayun
I
yung
play
ano.
tennis naman and yeah, same sentiments na you have to be
Yeah. It's really
exerting
hard.
so much more effort.
They don't get it. They don't. They're like, oh no, it's not the same. Dude, it is not the same, dude. It's
It's not the
harder.
same. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
So
I
there's
can't
more
explain.
effort and parang pag chess ako, it's effort for my brain.
Yeah.
Hirap pag chess and uminom, ah.
Anyway, sorry, Sarah. Please, could you read it out for
Oh,
everyone
yeah,
who's watching?
Okay. To many, being flat footed is an athlete, excuse me, disadvantage. Whoa, sorry. But it doesn't mean that you can't play the sport or win competitions, or definitely shouldn't stop from what you're doing so. In the same way, Flat Footed Brewing Co. believes in pursuing your passion despite the obstacles you'll face along the way. Ooh. Well, our passion in beer is in our uniquely flavored handcraft brews, all of which are meant to be celebrated in everybody's journey. We're on your companions through the ups and downs, celebrating every step you take. Cheers, dude!
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers!
dude.
Cheers. Cheers
Like,
tayo
I
dyan. Diba?
Facts.
really like
That's
that
what.
a lot. When I was reading it, I was like, damn, dude, sobrang
Sarap na.
relate ako.
June,
Nice.
pag stout ka na, sarap po.
Oo nga eh.
Kamusta, Gino?
So,
how's the stout?
I'll DM you the review.
What? Okay, sige.
It's really good.
Sarah,
It's really
so,
good.
question. So, which one do you prefer? The lavender or the one that you're drinking now? Which one?
Actually, the one that I'm drinking now, it has
Oh
like that.
wow.
Okay.
Isn't it? I was telling kanina, like I was saying kanina na parang, you know when you suck on a lemon and then like in the pinaka end it's sour but bitter at the same time. That's what it ends.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like the aftertaste then. So I think that's really cool. It's really
Which
light.
one are you
Okay.
having, Sarah? What beer are you
The
having?
Citrus.
gold
The
ale.
citrus. Yeah, that's very good. The citrus
I like
golden
it a
ale.
lot.
Actually, whenever I do bazaars or events, I usually give this out first in terms of for people who are not familiar with craft beer, just so that they're not overwhelmed with the flavor. So
Yeah.
it's something that's very familiar, parang siyang lemon juice or lemonade na a little bit thicker in terms of
Yeah.
consistency.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, pero
Yeah.
a lot of the people who are new to craft beer really like the citrus gold ale, but eventually they would step out and be more adventurous in terms of what they want to drink.
Yeah, I'm excited to try the rest. But,
I'm
yeah,
excited for you to try them
focus.
all. Like
Kasi,
for someone who's not as experienced with the craft beer industry, I'm
Yeah.
excited for you to
Not.
share like what you think of the beers.
Yeah, I'm super
Sarah,
excited then. Fun
Sarah,
Yeah,
just
you're
experience.
to,
on the
just to give,
second beer. We were interested in to drink all six.
yeah.
For sure.
The
For
thing is,
sure.
All
Sarah,
six.
like you know, with
I
So-
with that with that variety that you have now, diba? You have six variety. You know,
Yeah.
like for people who's new into craft beer, there always something like one for you kasi sa dami ng variety that we have, 'di ba? So for sure there's one for you that you're gonna love it. Like really that you're
I
gonna drink
love
it
the
all
first
night.
one.
Honestly,
Diba?
That's the first one.
I tried yung sagada. That's your beer din, diba? I wasn't really a fan because like it was so bitter and then like it had like an olive aftertaste. I mean, I love olives, but then does that make sense? Was there any olives in it?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the tasting.
Kaya wala na ako sa tapos na.
It It was a
Oh.
little bit too bitter.
Saan ka dito?
I'm mas gusto ko yung light. Did I answer
Okay.
your question? But we're still gonna try the rest, so we never know. You know what I mean? So
Before
Hey,
we
Sarah,
proceed,
can
we
I?
have a part two question, June, from our
What?
from a viewer. We have a part two
Okay, sige.
from our viewer. I'll post it for TAC. It says, as far as price point for craft beers, I think this was directed to Sarah. As far as price
Yeah.
point for craft beers, do you see craft beer as a special occasion beer, or would you drink it on a regular basis?
oh, definitely a
No,
regular
just
basis. I drink all the
yeah, just
time.
give her an idea how much is the craft beer, like the price, because
Emoji.
most probably she doesn't know anything about like the
Depends
pricing.
then.
There you go.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's
Thank
true.
you, Sarah. Good answer.
Okay, I think I can. Can you answer that question?
Yep. Go ahead, June.
Tak?
Hello?
Oh, yo, what's up? What's up?
Hello?
No. Can you answer the question?
Hello? Am I back?
Yeah, I think it would be a good regular basis uh, type of beverage. I think I would like to see actually the whole craft beer industry to be seen as something that would be enjoyed by everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know how whiskey is enjoyed and parang it's drank in sips and
Yeah.
not really
Right.
chugged or parang in shots, especially for the more expensive ones because you really taste the
Yeah.
flavor. But I really want to see like the whole industry be seen as parang akin to the whiskey business. Ganon, you slowly drink it, enjoy the flavors, sense the nuances, sense the depth of flavor, and sort of enjoy the whole backstory, the whole experience of having a craft beer in your hand and parang understanding the whole history and the whole story of the brewers themselves.
Yeah.
Wala lang, it's such a nice way to see items, parang knowing everything behind it and knowing parang that you're enjoying many years of hard work or the process that it went through, mga ganon. Parang you enjoy and appreciate the things even more. Pero wala
I,
at this point, parang chug. And
I think I
everyone
drank
gets
your
drunk.
stout too
Check na
fast,
lang.
I drank your stout too fast.
So may
Hmm?
tama ka
Sleepy.
na. Yun,
Sleep.
as you can see, I'm red.
Yeah,
This is just my second beer.
he's glow.
Si June, bored na. June, are you...
No.
Chug, June, chug. Chug ka daw,
Wait.
chug.
No. I'm
Chug,
gonna like answer.
chug.
I'm gonna answer yung
So sad,
question ni
Sarah.
Jean. I'm like I need to will like add to the yung answer ni Tak kay
Tak.
Jean. Okay.
Actually, yeah, as the
I'm not sure
president,
if,
please.
if I think Jean is from I think he's from the US if I'm not wrong, right? I think he was, but anyway, so our commercial beer is so cheap here in the Philippines. So you can get it like for like $1 for
Less
a
than
bottle of
less than
huh?
a dollar. Less than a
Okay,
dollar.
so like let's say we just say $1. Okay, for a craft beer, because craft beer is so new here, and most of our craft beer are sold in the restaurants and bars. So actually, the price is like 4 times the price of our commercial beer. So what we not all our craft beers are available in supermarket or groceries. So, but once it become available, I think the price will drop, or it will like much more affordable to everyone. But I think right now, because craft beer is so new and it's so young here, so and it's so niche. So beers are only available in those high-end restaurants and high-end bars. So hopefully that will change, and beers or craft beer will be available in supermarket and grocery and become much more affordable to to people.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Doc,
Yo, what's up?
wake up, man. I'm having your IPA.
Okay. So Jason,
I am awake! Grabe ka, sobrang racist nun ha. Maliit lang mata ko, okay? Maliit lang mata ko.
Sorry. Oo naman eh. Pula na eh. Unless allergy yan, pare.
Nah, it's
Hindi
just the flush. Asian flush.
Okay.
I get it after a bottle. But it's
A
pretty
bottle?
normal. I'm generally okay naman.
It's okay, you look charming.
Yeah.
I look like a
You-
Sabi ni
siopaw.
Pauline,
But
sabi ni Pauline, you look charming.
I look like a siopaw.
man.
Oh, wow. I'm having
It's so
Flatfoot
cool
IPA.
because you guys are like drinking the beer like wine. And it's like I love that there's like a backstory because nobody really when you're drinking beer, nobody really wants to know the backstory or they don't really care about the
Yeah.
backstory or whatever.
that's right.
And like it's really cool that you guys are telling me now or you're explaining to everyone that there is like something more than to just
Yeah.
chug beer. So
The
like
fact that
that's
it's a
really
craft
cool.
beer,
I
there's
really
always a
appreciate it.
backstory with every brew.
Yeah, of course.
And
Like,
thank you for being our
like,
guest.
this is-
And
Yeah,
welcome
dude.
to
No problem.
Oh,
Thanks
pinapalis
for
mo na ba?
having me.
Pinapalis mo na ba?
Hindi,
Hindi na naman eh. Yung comment mo parang
papadalan siya
Hindi,
ng
guys.
baso niya. You drink with her.
Medyo nadidisturb ako kay nadidisturb ako kay Sarah eh. Like professional drinker talaga eh, no?
Oh,
Ito si
Migs,
Judah nadidistract ka.
uh,
Mali.
calling
Nadidistract ka kay
Migs.
Sarah.
Can you please send her a glass, huh? So and then we'll invite her again next time.
Si Migs ba to? Si Migs?
Oh, si Migs. Okay.
Tawagin naman. Tawagin natin, ha?
Boss Jun, bakit yung tunog mo parang kang nasa Space Center?
Nasa what?
Ang light. Parang kang nasa Space Center.
Hindi.
Testing. Oh my
So,
God.
Sarah, so ano yung masasabi mo? Like so far you've been drinking 2 beers na? 2 beers pa lang ba?
feel
Or
great. I feel
How many
super
beers?
GV. Nakakabuzz siya agad. 2.5. Ay, 1.5 pala.
2.5?
2.5.
1.5 pa lang.
Nagmamadali ako, guys. Nagmamadali siya.
So kapag madali, June, we have 8 more hours to go, okay?
Oh my God. Sige.
No, I thought-
parang
Kaya.
parang sa Twitch.
Ipali na sumuka, huwag man susuko.
Yun!
Yun.
Very good, Sarah.
Bawal sumuko.
Yay! Oh my God. Nakakabuzz
Okay.
siya to.
Tak,
I like it.
explain what Sarah is drinking now. I'm gonna unmute myself because I'm gonna curse in the background.
I'm still drinking the citrus gold ale. Or do you guys want me to drink another one? I could totally open another one.
Oh, it's
Let's
fine.
try.
It's fine. Enjoy it while you can. So what you're having right now is the citrus gold ale, and it's characterized with a light body. So it's very easy to drink with some familiar flavors from lemon, oranges, and a little bit of grapefruit. But in terms of flavor, that's what you'll get. A little bit of tanginess from the citrus, and a little bitterness, but it's generally parang a hard
Yeah.
lemonade,
Yeah.
sort of like a hard lemonade.
Yeah.
So this one is
exactly.
supposed to be like for people who aren't as familiar. So they're not shocked when they try beer. When they try craft beers for the first time, they're not as shocked with the flavor, with the bitterness.
Yeah.
So, yun. It's a good entrant to the whole industry. And for the whole parang beverage world of craft beer. I don't know what you guys are drinking. Medyo
Sarah.
sorry, medyo pardon our titos. They're kind of
Chill.
they're enjoying themselves there.
I'm drinking her IPA. yung stout mo, inantok ako eh. Sobrang sarap eh.
Sarah, just to give you like an
Si Kurt, mute
idea.
lang si Kurt. Kilala mo ba si Kurt?
Okay, no. Like, let me tell Sarah first. Sarah,
Okay,
yung,
go.
alam mo ba na yung craft beer sa Philippines we're over like 50 breweries already. All over the
Oh,
Philippines.
really? Oh,
Yes.
wow. That's
Okay.
so
Yeah.
but then,
And
like, I can't
To
wait
ano?
to pa.
and there's
Every
over like
try it.
almost 300. There are almost 300 different beers that you can try. I know that you're not a
That is
beer drinker,
so
but
cool.
you know that's you have almost
300?
300 different
Kaya natin
beer styles,
Wow.
diba?
Wow. Sarah,
once
look at this
Diba?
question. Sarah, look at this question.
at what volume will it be feasible for chance at home brewing craft beer brewery bar?
I think that's for me.
Yeah.
Or
Yes,
like
it's
for
for
us.
you actually.
Okay,
No, but
I
you know what?
don't
But
know.
it's nice that we hear Sarah read it for us. She's our host. She's
Oh
hosting for
yeah.
us
Oh
now.
nga pala, hi guys. How can I can't see that.
Hi guys,
I
welcome to
can't
my
see the
vlog.
questions when they pop up eh.
Ayan, go. Oo nga pala, sa yan, Tak.
So yeah, so at what volume will it be feasible to transition from home brewing to a boutique craft beer bar? Honestly, I think at my scale, at 60 liters, that's already good enough if you brew every day. And I think the only problem you'll have is with the timing, with the scheduling of brewing. Because if you're brewing every day, you don't have the time to manage the other stuff that you need to do. So if you need to have a craft beer bar or brewery bar, syempre you have to manage the sales, the marketing, the other stuff. But if you have other people to do that for you, and
What
your
is-
sole purpose is to just brew, 60 liters is enough, more than enough actually. And I think the other brewers because they have a bigger scale, siguro times three of what I have now. It's also more than enough, but it's also times two the work because they have to clean a bigger system or manage a bigger system in terms of brewing. But yeah, I think 60 liters would be a good start, and then just scale up if you find yourself having trouble with the scheduling, with the timing of brewing and managing all the other stuff. I hope that answers your question, Sir Kurt.
Okay. I'll give some
Pwede na po ba,
advice
ano?
on
Additional, surgery.
additional information for somebody who wants to transition from home brewing to commercial. Okay. I mean, brewing is a small percentage of the brewing business or the beer business. Okay, if you really look at it, like,
Wait,
kasi
wait lang.
for people na into homebrew, they think that once they are good in brewing, they can step into the business of craft beer. Okay, yes, it is correct, but the thing is, you need to learn on how to run the business also. Hindi lang, it's not just brewing, okay?
Yeah.
So like the
Yeah.
brewing is just maybe 10% of the craft beer or the beer business, okay? The 90% is the marketing, the managing of your store,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. It's running the business. So
Yeah.
but okay, to add
Sama na
to
Christmas
that
giveaway, June.
question, okay, at least 100 liters. Okay, for me, 100 liters is good. Okay, so at least you have like it's then you have multiple fermenters. Okay, so maybe like 6, 4, depending what kind of beer you want to brew. So, but I think for a small scale brew pub, like I think it's 100 liters is good. Para hindi you
100
don't
liters?
have to really para hindi you don't have to really brew every day para
Yeah.
para to catch up with your production. Pero I think
Okay.
yeah.
If for example, we'll relate it to Tak. Tak, how
Yeah.
many beers are in your fermenters at the moment? At any given time pala, when you brew. Do you do three, say,
Four.
three,
Four.
five, four?
I have four.
Four
Yeah.
different kinds at in the fermenter at one time.
Yes, four.
So, okay. All right. That's a typical brew day for you.
Mm, I wouldn't say it's a typical brew day because I usually um, end up with a maybe just one or two at the same time while it's fermenting because I'd like to put my focus on them while they're fermenting. I don't think my demand is that big right now that I have to have multiple beers fermenting at the same time. So I think 1 to 2 beers would be the sweet spot for me
Well,
because I
yeah.
get to
Well, ideally
give more
speaking lang yan.
focus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ideally speaking, for example, wala tayong COVID or walang pandemic or
yeah,
everything is okay now. So,
yeah.
all right. So, thank you for that. We have another question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
June, would you like to post this? Okay.
From who?
Sarah, are you doing okay? How are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
Di
fine.
siya
No, I'm just
susuko. Di
listening.
siya
I'm
susuko.
totally cool. Don't worry.
Okay. What beer are we
Di
in
siya
now?
susuko.
I like to try
Okay.
different craft beer in the Philippines. Your brewery conducting seminar about your beers, including tours of your brewery. I think that's yours as well, dude. Tak.
Thank you,
So,
Sarah, for reading that for us. Yes, that's for
Hey,
that's for TAC. Thank you,
yeah,
Sarah.
yeah.
I'm not. Yeah,
I think I think I
I'm
pressed the
not
wrong
really
question.
conducting. Yeah, sorry, I'm not really conducting seminars or having tours right now. I don't think my brewery is equipped to have visitors. It's really just a home brew system with a little bit more space than usual, but it's not the type that you visit really. It's
Yeah.
just really for me. Yeah, it's a
Actually,
small space.
June has a follow up answer for for that question for Mr. Edward Castro. June,
Which one?
ano daw, seminars.
I think okay. Seminars. There are actually okay. Follow Manila Mashers group and Philippine Homebrew and Friends. Okay, they're posting some like
Kay
seminars
Bo ba yun? Kay
there.
Bo?
No, not actually. Yung no? Was it kay Bo o kay kay Eugene? I'm not sure. But
I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's mine.
so yeah. So follow those pages.
Hindi kay Migs.
You can
Kay Migs
actually
yun.
they post like workshops and seminars about home brewing. So Sarah, baka gusto mo rin matutong maggawa ng beer.
Yeah,
Let
for
us know.
sure.
We can
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys can teach me. I'm super interested in learning everything about
Or
it.
just
How
anong
long does
gusto
it
mo?
take
Like
for you guys to actually like finish brewing the beer?
mag-brew ka ng beer mo o uminom ka lang ng beer?
Oh, inom na lang.
Yun
It's
na.
like a little
Yeah.
Invite her in the group na lang. So,
But
The
you know
pro-
what? Learning to make your own
just
beer is
no,
cool. So why not?
just to give you an idea, yung beer, yung pag-brew ng beer, it takes 8 hours, okay, to brew a beer.
Okay.
Okay, just the brewing process, and then you need another 2 to 3 weeks before you can actually drink it.
Wow.
So it's all like let's say it's almost 3 weeks to a month before you can actually drink the beer. So it's not like like a quick or short process.
It's
It's
not
a
a
long
process.
process.
It's like a whole
So
process.
that's why you have to appreciate what the craft beer people are doing. All right.
Yeah.
Cheers again.
it's literally it's
Cheers
literally blood,
again.
sweat, and tears. Hopefully no
Cheers.
sweat.
Yes.
Okay.
Cheers,
Next.
guys.
Ano yung next na iinumin ni Sarah?
Wait, there's a
Oo nga.
question pa.
I'm actually
Tapos na ba
done.
siya? Alright,
What's,
sige.
Yes.
Let's go
next?
with the pale
Okay,
ale.
while Sarah's opening her here's
Yeah,
another
sige. Go with the
question.
pale ale.
Sorry.
That's
How
the
much
blue
is
one.
a realistic estimate of capital expenditure to start your own craft brewery, and how much to sustain it?
Ah,
Ha! I'll just drink.
this is a
Okay.
tough question kasi depends on how big you want to start, or parang what kind of system you want to start with.
Actually,
Um, right? I mean,
okay.
a lot of different people because they start out with the cheaper materials because they want to start small. In case that they don't like it, they don't like the process or they don't like the whole experience, they can just leave it without parang a lot of investment poured into the whole thing. But
What's this?
I think I think a good estimate
Shit.
would be
Wala yun.
finding like the necessary materials and then multiply it by 5
It's easier to
because that's the amount of capital you're actually gonna need because eventually down the line you'll need to add more stuff to your equipment, more improvements, or like slowly upgrade your equipment, and you constantly need to buy raw materials, ingredients, and stuff to work with. And so parang yeah, times 5 of your initial cost would be like a good grasp of your startup capital for everything. I mean, in general, for brewing, for starting up the whole thing, for all your other expenses, research, whatever. It's all there. Basta mga times 5 of what you're expecting it to be.
times 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
Now,
you scared
sorry
me.
if you can't really get
hey,
a value,
Gino,
pero
Go ahead, Jude.
it's
Go ahead.
hard to put like pinpoint the value talaga.
What are you having, Jude?
let's try the smash.
Smash. Okay, let
Smash
everyone
ba
else
yun?
go open the smash.
Huwag mo na i-share yan, medyo ano yan.
I can't find
I
my
opened
bottle.
Hindi
the
ko pa nire-release eh.
oh my god, I opened a different beer. I opened the pale ale.
It's
Okay,
okay.
sige.
No, it's okay. It's
Okay,
okay. Go ahead.
Okay, while you're
let's drink that
June,
here.
sige,
Hey,
while we're drinking, there's a question here. You should be the one to answer this.
okay, I
Uh,
will answer. To add to Paolo, hindi, yung
pero
kay
chug
Paolo
ka muna.
muna.
June, chug first. Chug.
Chug,
Yung kay
chug, chug.
Paolo.
And Paolo ba yan? No, Mig Reyes.
No. Additional.
Additional for Paolo's question. There you go. Sorry.
Okay, it actually depends on how much you want to produce, basically. You know, yung capital na you want to invest on a brewery is depend on how much you want to produce. Okay? So if you want a small batch lang, like a homebrew style or a small brewery, then it doesn't really cost much because you can actually invest on a small like homebrew system. But if you want to really like move into a bigger system, then you need a bigger capacity or a bigger capital. All right, and then of course running not kasi depende, and then depends on what kind of business you want. You want to be a brew pub, you want to be a brewery, just like a production brewery where you just produce and somebody would distribute it and sell your beer. So depende. So it all depends on the capacity that you want, or how big you want to produce, or how much you want to produce. So ano yan, medyo malawak yung scope na yan. Like kung magkano ang you can actually start from 5,000 pesos to a few million pesos. All right? So yun, for me, yun. Ganun yung ano ko. That's how I see it. It's how much you want to produce. Yun yung doon ka magbe-base ng capital mo. All right? Hope that answer.
All right.
So,
Thank you,
yung pale ale.
Paolo.
Pale ale ba iniinom mo ngayon?
Pale ale.
So,
Let's
yeah,
drink the
mine's
pale ale,
pale ale.
and June, you continue with
It's a
this.
little bit more bitter.
Oh,
It's
why is it
step
more
up.
bitter? Ano ka ba, Tak?
I mean, it's a step up. It's a step up of flavor versus yung previous na nainom mo. So
Yeah.
Mas
It's
matapang
a
lang siya
little
ng
bit more
konti.
like woody or something. It's a little bit more
Binasa mo
bitter.
lang yung label eh.
Hearing ano.
Hindi ha, hindi ko nga tinignan yung pale ale lang yung inano ko.
Wow!
Galing, ha?
In fairness,
Why, but it was.
galing, ah.
That was the first thing that came to mind. It's a little bit more bitter. Ito si Tak, inaano ako guys. Huwag na.
Pero
Yeah,
okay,
good. More bitter
here's
siya.
like here's a question for you, Sarah. Like in terms of flavors, like juices, sodas, or any beverages, ano yung parang go-to flavor mo? Is it like a lemon flavored
Sour.
thing or
Yeah.
something that is berry, parang as in like blueberries, strawberries, you know?
No. I'm more
Or
of
is
like
it
a
something that's
sour.
more bitter?
I like parang lemonade, sour. I'm not really into sweets. I like lemonade, like super sour lemonade, but at the end, it's kind of bitter as well. So not really into, but it's okay. But the best for me is the citrus gold. Di ako makaget over it.
Nice. Thank you.
Hindi ako
Wow.
taste. Gusto ko siya.
But first sip, no? Love at
Yeah.
first sip.
It beat the lavender. I thought the lavender was like, okay, I like it. And then like I drank the citrus and I was like, nope, this is better. It's a lot
Okay, there you
better.
go. See, you experience new things and you discover new things every day. That's why it's called craft beer.
Yeah.
Diba?
Cool.
So anyway, before anything else, I would like to insert a question for June.
Where do you guys see the craft beer industry in the next 3 to 5 years? Wasn't this question
Okay.
up na kanina?
Well, actually, yeah, I
Where
posted it.
do
but,
I see, like
our
personally, where do
Mr.
I
El
see?
President would be better suited to answer it. Oh, he's gone.
Tapos nawala siya. Ang putik.
Oh my goodness.
Hindi ko nawala eh.
Sorry, guys.
So Sarah, like I mean, if you didn't know, medyo context lang. June is our president for the Craft Beer Association in the Philippines. So
Oh, that's
he's like
cool.
one of the earliest people who started brewing in the Philippines. Actually,
Oh, wow.
created like a
Cool.
pub bar type of establishment. Like
I was
si
super
June, yeah,
excited
he's one
when
of the first.
he messaged me yesterday. He was like, "Hey, do you like craft beer?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I love to drink, but I'm not really familiar." So he sent me these things and I was like super excited. Tapos pinatry niya sa akin yung sagada. It was good, pero like not my type. And I'm super excited to learn more. I didn't know. I kind of want to brew my own beer na. Imagine that. Gusto ko na parang Sarah Holmes flavor. Joke.
Wow. I mean, there are a lot of breweries who conduct yung mga parang sessions that
Yeah.
are teaching people who
You know what? I'm thinking of saving the best for last because this stout one looks pretty cool because it's like choco, coffee, honey, and caramel. I'm super excited for that.
parang feeling ko
After
hina-hype up mo siya masyado. Medyo natatakot ako eh.
Ayan. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, June.
Okay, June. So, what's your
Hello, I'm back.
What's your
Okay.
answer?
Where do I see the craft beer industry in? I think. Okay. I'm actually expect will be all over the supermarket and convenience store. Right. That's how I see it in 3 to 5 years. And it'll be more accessible to mass people. Kumbaga, it will be, kung now, medyo inaccessible to most people, I think in 3 to 5 years, it will be available parang almost like even in convenience store. Like, meron pa nga nagsabi sa akin na I hope that our beers will be available in sari-sari store, eh, di ba? Parang, I think over na yun, di ba? So, I think convenience store will be good. Diba? So that's how I see it.
Solid.
Excuse me, guys. I want to say hi to Ryan Gomez in Singapore. Doing a collaboration brew with Little Creatures.
Yeah.
Are very, diba? We're waiting for
Diba?
that, Mr. Gomez. Of course, we love you. Ayan. So anyway, go ahead, continue.
Yeah.
Ano na ba? Ano
I
ba
think
tayo?
that's how I
Naubos ko
see
na
it.
yung beer eh. Tak, dahil mo pinadala, ano ka ba? Inuman ba to? Or
Oh, inuman nga. Di ba 8 hours sabi
akala ko
mo?
interview.
No,
8
the
hours
thing
sabi
is,
mo, di ba?
Buti na lang si Sarah yung guest.
Uh,
Sarah,
Actually, hindi
Di susuko.
ako,
Di
guys.
susuko.
I'm just trying to listening. I'm so sorry.
so, Sarah, so tatlo na yung na-try mo. So, which one is for you?
Still the best.
Yung
The
citrus.
the
the
citrus
citrus.
full ale. Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
good. I
All
like
right.
it a lot. Panalo pa din. But the pale ale is good naman. But not as, for me, not as good as the lavender. So it's citrus, lavender, and the pale ale.
Okay. IPA.
So for
Did you
this-
try the IPA?
Yeah.
Eh, ano tak? Papatry ba natin yung IPA mo?
Stout muna. Para makompleto yung yung core series.
Okay, sige.
I mean, okay, for those who are watching, my beers are available on my website, flatfootbrewingco.com. Sorry, plug ko
you
lang.
have a website.
Sorry, plug ko lang.
Wow, website.
But yeah, I have a website.
You have a website. Thank
Oh,
you.
cool,
Thank you.
cool.
You can place your orders there. I'm also the one managing it, so rest assured, I will pack your orders really well, ship it to you.
Yeah. And then just to
So,
give
yeah.
for people, 'di ba, na nanonood sa atin, 'di ba? Yung mga brewers, they're the one who brew the beer, they're the one who attend. No, they're the one who attend your orders. lahat ginagawa. Kami lahat ang gumagawa, 'di ba? So, support us.
Support your local
Diba?
craft brewery.
I know, we're like a one-man show. 'Di ba?
Support your local craft brewery.
Yeah.
June, promote mo. Support your local craft brewery. Hashtag.
Yeah.
Diba? Or follow me on Instagram. I'm kidding. Anyway, Tak, meron pa pala ako ng stout mo. Ito.
Oh,
Kala ko
nice.
ubos na eh. Kala ko ubos
Tira ka
na.
pa.
Are you
Ay,
drinking
ubus na
stout pa?
Oh, sige, let's drink your stout. Tak.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are
ubos
you ready
na,
to
oh.
drink our stout?
Wait,
Ilan ba to? Tak, ilan
Sure.
percent to?
what
What's
it
the
looks
ABV on
like.
this? Tak?
5%,
Yeah.
5%.
5% stout?
That's my favorite
Yep.
color.
There you go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ayan, June, chug mo na yan. 5% lang daw eh.
Five.
Kaya yan.
I have another one
5
here.
seconds.
Si Sarah wants you to chug.
Okay,
Alam mo,
so
nung pre-pandemic, okay sana eh. Pre-pandemic, okay sana yung chug ng beer, gano'n. Pero kung siya
Pre-pandemic.
ngayon, 1 butt, may tama na ako. 2 butt.
Dude, you're
Oh,
home. You're at home.
Ano yung uminom?
Exactly.
Okay.
Alam niyo, on a casual day,
Wait,
inom
I'm
ka
gonna
ng
get a
1 beer.
towel because the
After
the
5
beer
minutes, antok ka na. Yun yung malala.
Go.
Dati parang pwede ka mag eh. You keep drinking.
Dati. Tak, naalala ko pa kasi, di ba? Inaabot ka pa ng 6 o'clock in the morning.
Nakikinig nanay ko!
Sorry.
Binuking
Sorry.
na po si Ta.
12 o'clock nasa bahay na ako. May curfew po ako. 12 o'clock nasa bahay na ako.
So, hindi ikaw yun. So, for sure, hindi ikaw
Hindi
yun.
ako yun.
Hindi ikaw yun.
Pero kung gwapo ako yun.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Sarah,
Paging
question.
Pauline. Ano ang sabi mo, Tak?
Yeah.
Wala.
Ha?
Wala,
Specifically,
wala.
question.
Sabi ko, 12 o'clock
Wait,
na sa
wait,
bahay na ako.
yeah. Oh my God. Sarah, what are you having?
Sarah, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you do? Like, okay, I know you're 19, right? You're 19?
Yeah.
Or okay, you're 19. Sorry.
I'm 19.
And then, what do you do? Anong ano mo? Like, yung trabaho mo? Like, are you from Manila? Are you from?
Yeah, I am. I grew up here in the Philippines. I've lived here my
Taga saan
whole
ka ba talaga?
life. Tiga Mandaluyong lang po. Tiga dito lang po ako.
Mandaluyong, sa labas, sa loob?
Sa labas.
Ano?
Sa
May
labas,
labas loob
okay.
ba?
Yeah.
Meron. Sa loob, di ba parang yung mental hospital. Tama ba? Is that right?
yeah. All right, yeah.
Sa labas
I think that's
ako.
like an 80s joke.
Yeah, it is. But I still get it. Hey.
Yeah.
Loser.
So,
Never mind.
so you're from Mandaluyong.
Yeah, I'm from Mandaluyong. I'm a homeschooled actually. So,
Okay.
and I model, and I'm a TVC model as well. So that's what I do.
Is
You
there,
model?
Yes.
is there any commercial
Do you
coming
have an
up that you're
Instagram
in?
account we can follow?
My recent commercial is C2 milk
C2.
tea. Yung bagong C2 milk tea.
Oh,
Yun.
I
Yeah.
actually have one in my fridge. It's like 3 months
You
old.
know what's funny? I've never
Hindi
tasted
pa-
it.
Hindi
I
pa ikaw
haven't.
yung model nun.
Huh?
I have
Oh,
one in my freezer. It's like
Yeah.
3
It's
months old.
good.
I don't
Because
know.
the whole
It's still
commercial,
there.
yung commercial namin, like, they didn't give us, like, the drink mismo. Like, they gave us the bottle, but then there was just, like, water inside. They didn't let us taste it. So,
Seriously, buti na lang si Tak.
I don't
Totoong
know.
beer yung
I
laman,
don't know
oh.
what it tastes like.
So ano, boycott na ba natin C2?
Buti si Tak, totoong beer yung laman. Tak, thank you for not putting water in your beers. Huh? In
Thank
your beer
you.
bottles. Thank you, Tak. Thank you, Tak. I love you.
Diba niya ako, baka mali yung laman eh. Pag-display pala yung nabigay ko.
Oo, baka yung water bottle yung nabigay mo. Ah.
Oh, my. Diba?
Buti na lang. Thank you, Tak.
You're welcome. Glad you guys are enjoying.
Yeah.
Let's ask
Overdo
more
your beers,
questions.
that's
no?
for sure.
Let's ask more questions sa audience natin. Baka they still have like other questions.
Yeah, guys, ask questions. We're here
I mean, not
all night.
Sarah,
Not
invite
necessarily.
everyone to ask questions, please.
not necessarily
You're
beer
not listening
questions.
to me.
Pwedeng kahit ano.
I'm listening. I'm just looking at the stickers that you guys gave me, which is cool.
Sarah will do an unboxing for Instagram of your Tak.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It should be cool. Diba?
Oh, yeah,
It's
pwede,
like,
pwede.
it's very
Yes,
Instagram worthy. Yeah, diba? Ang ganda
Please,
ng packaging.
If you
Yeah,
have the
super
time,
nice,
please do
super
it.
simple. Actually, when I posted it, sabi ng friend ko, kala daw niya, since it was flat foot, he was like, parang kala niya foot product daw.
Sobrang funny. Sobrang funny. Like people would randomly message my Facebook account, as in yung flatfoot na account ko, asking for like socks, ganon. What? Anong socks?
Yeah, dude, I sell beer.
Okay, Dak, why don't you sell them stack and then get a free beer?
Pwede naman. Benta na ako sa sapatos. Cross product,
Yeah.
ayoko na mag-brew.
Benta na ng mga shirts.
Sarah, what do you think of the stout? Are you drinking the stout?
Yeah, I am.
So how is it?
It has a strong coffee taste.
Strong coffee taste.
Mhm.
That'll wake you up.
Can I just ask?
Exactly. But it's like,
Are your bottles cold?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Kasi parang you
Yeah,
pulled it
bro,
out from the box eh.
Warm beer kind of sucks. I put these in the
That's good.
freezer before we started drinking.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
What brand sucks?
Tak for you.
Kanina,
I got a question for you.
Daw.
pulled it out from the box eh, kanina. So I was like, hindi niya nilagay sa fridge.
Guys, nag-explode nga yung stout eh. Pag-open ko, it like went everywhere.
That means it's not
Malakatak.
cold enough. It means it's not cold enough.
Or maybe because
Or
I
the
kept
shake.
it on the bed.
Baka you kept, parang the shake siya. So it's
Oh,
possible.
medyo na-shake ko nga siya. Sorry. Excited. So, anong plan
Actually,
nyo?
yeah.
Are you guys planning to like, maglabas kayo ng iba pang flavor ng beers?
I am actually. So I'm working on. I'm currently working on a new series of beers. So last time it was tea. Right now I'm working on something else. Hopefully, maging parang surprising enough to be interesting.
Okay. Sorry, my
Yeah.
friend here wants to try the beer. Claire, say hi.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Please
friend.
try
Hi,
my
friend.
drink with us.
Lasang coffee, yeah.
Yeah,
I was about to say, is this coffee?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I actually like the citrus gold ale.
Don't be shy. We want to see you on camera.
Yeah, they want to see you on.
No, I'm
Say
so
hi.
I'm not wearing any makeup. Thank you, though.
Hello.
Her thoughts na lang.
Thoughts
I like
na lang.
Yeah, she likes it too.
Can we just
She likes
imagine
the
how you look
citrus
like?
gold
Oh, thank you.
ale.
Thank you.
I told you
Thank you so
guys.
much. If you guys get to travel again, I mean, hopefully we all get to travel again, and you end up going to Japan. Try this one. It's from Kyoto. It's a matcha beer. Like it really tastes like matcha. It's so good.
Ooh. Oh, that is
This one.
so cool.
I bought 2 bottles only and drank one and kept one as for like display. But when I tried it, it was so good. As in, I'm a lover of matcha and beer, and when you combine it, it's just wow. It's
Oh,
so
dude,
good.
that is so exciting.
Me naman, try ko lang. I don't like beer, pero I like the citrus thing.
Wow,
told
yay!
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Padala mo na. Padala mo pa ng isa pang set.
Go! Me, I
Send
don't
them another set. Send them another set.
Pwede naman, pwede naman.
Claire doesn't drink beer at all. Like, trust me, she never drinks beer.
Yeah.
So, like, it's good na. Because she doesn't like the aftertaste.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, friend.
Hi, friend.
Where'd she go?
We want to see you. Come on. Don't be shy.
Duelo go, no, I don't.
There you go.
I scratch my
Ayan.
Oh,
Alright,
what
sige,
happened
let's
to her?
answer this question.
Out there in
Again
the
na, I don't want to
land.
show my face na go.
Should I
Got
read the
another
question?
question.
Yeah, so currently I'm brewing on gas. I'm not really sure how the others are brewing as well, pero I think universally sa Philippines at least, it's easier to get gas instead of having an electric brewery. I don't think
It's expensive.
like the electric stove for home brewers, I don't think it's powerful enough for brewing. But gas definitely does the job, especially if you have the right burner for the job. Yeah, it gets there really really quick. Pero sa electric, not really sure. Probably imported or something, right? For electric. Pero I think the stove with the coil, I don't think it's powerful enough.
Okay.
Oh, thank
Yep.
you.
G.
Better.
So, medyo na-buzz na nga ako, dude.
Malakas siya. Laban din.
Nabas.
It's good
Nabas.
too.
Nabas na. Nabas.
Ay, na-buzz na ako, guys. We got this. Ask my question.
Sarap niya.
Yeah, but
the last. Yeah, I finished it. Sayang.
anyway.
Anyway, Sarah, where can we find you in terms of like how can we support you like with your
Yeah.
TTC or
Actually, wait,
Yeah,
wait.
follow me on Instagram, guys. At SAR Holmes. SAR XAR_HOLMES.
is it possible to Hey June, can we put messages dun sa chat
Can we? Follow me,
As in-
guys.
us?
Self-promote. Follow me,
so we
guys.
can support you.
Hindi, ano na
Para
lang.
pag
Maybe we'll
para pag sumikat ka, Kami yung first supporters mo.
Pero pag sumikat na kayo, di ba, support nyo din ako.
Yep.
Free beers.
For sure.
Yeah,
How do
there
I
you go,
put
there you
it
go.
in the comments ba? Or can
Thank you,
you put it
Gino.
Oh, dami, oh. All right. Any upcoming projects that you have? Where can we find you?
there?
Yeah.
I do actually. I have a shoot for Just G. It's a clothing line for
Yeah.
teens. And we were actually supposed to shoot yesterday. Or, yeah, yesterday. Pero hindi siya natuloy.
Uh-huh.
So, that's my recent, ano. I haven't done commercials because of
COVID.
COVID. Hassle nga eh. I miss it. I miss it a lot. Tapos I just started modeling this year pa lang. And it's
Oh, nice.
going really well. Yeah nga eh. But I've been doing like commercial modeling ever since I was like 14. So it's been a while na rin. But then I'm having a lot of fun with this modeling gigs and stuff. It's something new to me and I'm just getting into the industry. So yeah, hopefully everything turns out. And I still don't know how to put my Instagram name in the comments. So
They actually put it already for you.
they did na. Thanks. Oh,
Yep.
yun.
Yep.
Pinakababa pala. Yeah, guys,
Pero pag
follow me.
lumabas yung post, pag lumabas yung poster mo, we can be like, "Oy, friend ko to."
Oh, kilala ko yan. Oh, she likes my beard.
Sikat siya, pero kilala niya ako.
Siguro.
Anyway, sige, what else? What else do you guys want to talk about? Is there
Yeah. Wait,
hello
sorry.
mga
What?
titos? The titos, hello.
Oh, mga Tita June, ano siya? Tayong dalawa lang yung usap tap.
Hold on.
Nagkakape na ako, ano ba?
There's some. Okay.
What's beer? I'm just palate cleansing.
So,
What's the next beer?
okay na?
He's palate
Nainom mo na ba yung ano? Yung stout? The stout?
Okay na, June.
No, it's not an app. It's a website. StreamYard. Oh, no, wala si Tap.
Where's
So,
Tap?
Wala kita.
ikaw, ano?
Maladim.
Gino, add him back.
The beers do you like the best? Oh, aalis pala siya. Okay.
Yo, okay, what?
Anyway.
Which one of the beers
No,
do you like best?
Can we put her on camera?
Oh,
What's your friend's name?
bakit ako nandiyan dyan?
Ikaw kasi yung pinakagwapo.
Pide eh.
Hindi ako. Bakit ako biglang lumabas dyan? Gino.
Sorry, I don't know. I didn't do that.
Yeah, anyway, parang
Oh, no.
It's there. It's there now.
to answer your question, Sarah, I think
Okay.
medyo biased ako towards my stout. I think it's
Sige.
my most most developed in terms of attention yung a beer. Yeah, parang yun yung favorite style ko eh. It's really the coffee and the chocolate really hits me. And
Yeah, you can
that I
really
enjoy
taste
the most.
it.
Yeah, it's the one I enjoy the most. So parang every time I brew a stout, it's something that I really look into. Like I focus talaga na aayusin ko to.
Yeah.
So like medyo biased siya in terms of like the attention among all my other beers. Ikaw, how
Ano,
is
I
everything so far? How many have you tried?
I'm sorry.
How many have you tried?
I
4, 5?
all of them
4.
4.
are.
4,
Sorry?
right? Okay.
June, what are you
So,
now?
Out of the 4,
I've been drinking
which one
stout.
do you like the best?
Okay, should I
Golden.
rate them?
Actually,
Yeah,
why
sure.
not? Why not? Rate them.
Rate them? Okay. So this for sure is the first one, the Citrus Gold Ale. And
Excuse me.
Lavender is second.
Uh-huh.
And the Stout is the third.
Uh-huh.
I really like this. I love the coffee aftertaste. I love the choco-ness of it. I'm not really a fan of this pale ale.
All right.
The bitterness is just too much for me.
All right. That's fine.
So
Actually,
Yeah.
that's the best thing about craft beer. There's really something for you. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean that you have to like what everyone else is liking. Gets
True.
ba? Parang there's really something for you. Parang space,
Yeah.
especially catered for you-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Sige.
Hello.
Yeah, there's a question,
Are you guys
June,
still here?
that I think we can answer. June,
Okay, sure.
June.
No. Wait.
June, lasing ka na ba? Lasing ka na ba?
Oh, is this one?
Yeah, so yeah, there's another question. No? So yeah, see, Gene is he's asking about the palate of the Filipino people. I'm not really sure if I can generalize it, pero like the majority, I would say, is
No.
more
Okay.
leaning towards the sweeter styles. So sweeter flavor, sweeter taste of beers.
Oh, no, wala.
I think why they like um, Sunmig and Pale Pilsens is because it's
No.
refreshing. It's
No,
parang
Okay.
for me it's the refreshing aspect of the beer that they can get it sub-zero, especially parang like close to frozen temperatures na it just really cools the body down and they enjoy the flavor, not really the flavor pero parang like the aspect of drinking something really cold on a hot day or on a hot climate country overall. That's that's what they really appreciate about San Miguel beers is that yun nga, they can withstand the cold and it's relatively cheap.
Okay. No. Okay. To add to that question, okay, or your answer, I think because people are used to drink San Miguel because that's the only beer that is available here in the Philippines. All right.
Yeah, that's also true.
So I think that's the thing, right? So we get used to drinking San Miguel. Even me before, that's the only beer that is available, right? So there's no other beer. Maybe there are other beer, but uh, it's expensive. Like there's foreign or imported beers, but they're expensive. So for Filipino, this is the most accessible brand and styles ng beer for us. So that's why we're used to drink San Miguel, right? So we're used to drink that, light and light beers like lager, right? So but the thing is, I noticed when this is what I like based on my experience. This is what I noticed when Ace Brewery came out with Brew Kettle, which is a wheat beer. It
Yeah.
became so popular. It becomes so like because the price is almost the same as San Miguel, but even though that there people are buying Brew Kettle because it's a different flavor. They have a different flavor. People think that it's different, but it's actually this is for this is my personal opinion. I think it's the price point that actually makes the beer become more like parang maging drinkable or maging available parang maging sikat sa market. I think it's the price. It's not because of the flavor itself. It's the price point. Cause it's kasi for me is if your price is with this much, you're only catering for this market, right? But if your price is cheaper, you're actually offering it to a bigger market. So it's not just the flavor. It's actually it's the price point. It's how it works here in the Philippines. I mean, if we're looking at the mass people, okay. So, but of course, I'm not saying that craft beer doesn't have like market. There is, and it's growing because we at the end of the day we offer choices to the, the beer drinkers, right? So we're just hoping that next year we're actually expecting this year to grow our business or in our industry, but because of the pandemic, we're actually hopefully next year, 2021, our market will grow. So, yep. Okay, nasa na? Nawala. Where are these people? Nasa na?
Alam mo naman, June, ganun talaga.
Patay na daw ah.
Lagi na lang,
Anyway.
lagi na lang tayo dalawa natitira, ha?
Oo
But
nga
anyway,
eh.
I mean, I think this is a long enough session, no, for your podcast. Kung gusto mo mag-extend, you can definitely invite
Well,
me and June.
no. We'll just wait for si Gino. I think he will come back. And then, yep. But thank you. Thank you to
I mean,
Sarah. Diba? Like, Sarah she's a good guest. Diba? Like, at least, totally, parang, wala talaga. Wala siyang idea kung what is craft beer.
Yep.
Like, what's craft beer? Like, whether it's imported or local. Diba? Wala
Yep.
siyang idea. So at least, diba, meron siyang idea kung ano yung mga klase ng beer. Diba?
And parang
At least,
ang galing niya mag-describe ng flavors in terms of being someone new to craft beer. Ang galing niya mag-identify ng flavors.
yeah. Yep. So, and then
I think June, I think our parang our audience would be interested in learning where they can find yung mga sessions, yung mga beer brewing sessions, like
yep.
where they can learn how to brew, or sinong mga breweries yung mga
Okay.
tuturo ng ganun, or who have like mga tasting sessions, mga ganun.
Yes, so
Saan
I
natin
think
makahanap yun?
what you can do is just follow our pages. Okay, Manila Mashers for homebrewers, Manila Mashers Homebrew Club, and then Philippine Homebrew and Friends. Okay, I'm not sure if I said it correctly. And then we have another one like from Davao. Where did you go, Tack? Hold on.
I'm still here.
Yep. Okay. So those or just follow our brew session. We're gonna post the pages na you can follow if you want to learn to homebrew or learn or anything. If you want to put up your own business or a business in craft beer, send me a message and then we'll help you para like kasi craft beer is a new industry and it's a growing industry because everyone drinks beer, I think, right? So thank you again. I think I'm not sure if our guests or other hosts are coming in, but Anyway, it's been like
It's been 2 hours. It was so
and
fast.
25 minutes. Yeah, yeah. Diba?
It was so fast.
Mabilis lang.
Medyo oo.
Diba?
Pagka you're having fun talaga with Jude, no? Ang bilis.
You're having fun with June. Having fun with June. Yep. Don't tell that in
Jim
public.
daw. June, hinihingi yung Instagram mo.
Yep.
I think,
Yeah. I'll Gene, I'll send it to you. I'll message you directly to your Facebook account. Don't worry.
yeah, I think he has
But
more
anyway,
questions he wants to ask
yeah.
you outside of this conversation.
Yep. I mean he been following our session, I think, from when we started
For
this
the longest time,
this
no? He's
yeah
bonus
yeah
here,
yeah
no?
yeah so
Like
that's why
loyal followers.
no
Parang he's really interested in how to brew.
yeah, because at the end of the day, the intention of this pod or video cast or yeah podcast or video cast or is to educate people about craft beer, right? Just like what
Yeah.
our guest just now doesn't know anything about craft beer, so we really educate her, di ba? Kasi nakita nyo naman earlier, she's drinking her beer sa paper cup and then on dun sa kasi like that's what we used to drink, 'di ba? Sa bote, straight up, right? So we really this is the video cast or a place where we educate people to get into craft beer. So hopefully people who's watching learn something from our podcast. And thank you, Tak.
No worries, no
Diba?
worries. Thank you.
Hopefully, mag-open na and we can go and party again with the people.
Yeah.
Na-miss ko na yun, ha, bro. Na-miss ko na yun. I just miss
Ako
those
rin, ako
those
rin.
days, ha.
Medyo, I mean, I think we have to parang tap our friends who, alam mo yung mga love languages na parang when they're with other people, yun yung talagang when they're happiest. So I think we have to check up on our friends also na parang, how are you doing? Especially now, it's isolation tayo, hindi tayo nakalabas masyado. Check up on our friends, how they are. Especially as for those who are used to being with other people. Yung mga extrovert friends natin, like, kamustahin naman natin. Diba?
I know.
I mean,
I know.
other people are used
Yeah.
to being alone, pero some are not. So, parang lang, check up lang. Be
Okay. Ano ako? Meron akong last question sa'yo, Tak.
yeah, go ahead.
If I'm gonna ask you to develop a local beer, a Filipino beer, that represent Filipino,
Yeah.
the Philippine. Okay.
Yes.
What would it be? Anong beer yan? Anong klase? Anong style? How are you gonna describe it? Okay.
Parang okay, ang dami kasing gumagawa. Like there are okay, just for our audience who don't understand Filipino, there are a lot of breweries who are using ube right now. It's very very common, especially sa US, right? June, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah. I saw that.
it's a very common ingredient to use, and it's something very Filipino also. But right now, I think if I was to use one local ingredient that's like very Filipino, it would be bagoong. It's weird. I know it's weird, but it's challenging to use. But I feel like
The aroma of
amount.
bagoong. Okay.
Yeah, I mean like in the right amount, it would come out really good. As in, imagine green mango and bagoong beer. Fudge! That would be so good.
Okay.
Like
I know.
if I'm able to capture that into a beer, I think the Philippines would be very very represented, like
No,
well
but
represented.
okay. Just to give you I'm not sure if you're nakita mo to, si what's this? Yung Bicol Express before, ni
Oh, I
Grace
haven't. I
Island.
haven't.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
there's a
pretty good,
Bicol
huh?
Express.
Bicol Express.
Yeah, yeah,
Creamy and a little bit spicy. Wow,
yes.
that's pretty good.
And you get that
I mean,
spicy from the chili and get that aroma of the coconut.
oh, that's pretty good. I mean, it's something challenging to do, but if you execute it well, parang ang gandang concept. Like it's a good
Yeah.
concept to
Okay.
do.
We maybe we can experiment that, diba? We can.
I mean,
I think this is the
yeah,
beauty of craft beer, diba? We can experiment almost anything, right?
I
So,
mean for the
yep.
other brewers who are listening also, I think the challenge to be the challenge ingredient to use right now is how to incorporate mango. Mango, I think for me is something that's very common in the Philippines and something that we
Uh-huh.
can use. So I think parang I don't know, parang I haven't really seen a lot of mango beers locally, and I think that's something that we can utilize, something we can you know maximize in terms of parang product and flavor, parang ganun. But yeah,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I see. Si Jean said a stout would be good. I agree. I agree, but minus the roastiness of darker malts, so that your bagong will shine. But
Yeah.
add some sort of souring flavor to
So
it to get that
so
green mango.
you're saying what Lee is telling us, diba? Green mango bagoong gosa.
Shout shout out to Lee, by the way. Si Lee is one of my good friends who's constantly giving me advice and constantly like giving me ways to improve how to improve my beers. So like big help siya sa akin on how I am today, where I am now. So thanks Lee, you're the best. So yeah,
Okay.
green mango bagoong gose is a good idea. I think is a good idea.
Anyway. Okay. Tak, I think hindi ko alam kung makapasok pa ulit yung dalawa. So, but
Hey, no
thank you
worries. Hey,
again.
thanks for having
Tak.
me. Thanks for having me. It was
Yeah.
a great pleasure
It's fun. Huh?
to be
Fun.
with you guys. Thank you, thank you.
Oo. Diba?
If I may interject lang, if I can plug in my stuff,
Sige, please.
you can find you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. My name is Dak Reyes. That's Reyes, and you can find me on my brand on Instagram. That's Flatfoot Brewing Co. Um, Flatfoot Brewing Co. underscore for Instagram because somebody in the US has gotten that for some reason. He won't give it up to me. But yeah, you can find me there if you guys have orders, questions, or you just generally want to talk to me about anything in the world. You can reach me through my Facebook and Instagram. It's Tak Reyes, and on Instagram, Yummy Taquitos. Yeah, I'm good, Joey.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Can I also like plug? I'm participating in this bazaar in
Sige.
Ayala, Philippines. So yeah, I'll be participating in this bazaar called. Actually, I don't know what it's called, but it's gonna be in Ayala, Feliz. It's I think in Marikina. That's gonna be on November 27 to 29. I hope to see you there. If you found me here on this podcast or this live video cast, let me know. I'll be more than glad to talk with you and get to know you and answer all your questions. See you there.
Okay. Don't worry. We'll plug it in here dito sa
All right,
sa
thanks,
page
buddy. Thank
natin,
you,
ha.
thank you. Yep.
Okay? All
Thank you,
right.
thank you.
So, thank you again and see you guys next week. Oh, no. 2 weeks from now cuz we parang nakakumpleto na tayo until end of this year. Before end of this year. Meron na tayong dalawa. We still have 2 brewers for this year, and then we're gonna start it again next year. Naka ano na, naka-schedule na sila. So
Naka-calendar na,
hopefully,
naka-calendar.
yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you,
Tack.
June. Thanks for having me. Thanks,
Yep. Yep.
Gino also, if you're still listening. Pero I don't think he
All
is.
right.
Pero
And
thanks, thanks,
then
thanks.
to
See,
Sarah.
Sarah, it was
Sarah, thank
great.
you again.
It
We'll
was
invite
great
you
meeting you.
again next time, huh?
Yeah, it's great meeting you here.
All
Thank you.
right.
Hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoy the beers too.
All right.
Bye.
See you. All right. That's it. That concludes our session for tonight. Good night.